Can,
Yes, I can hear you.
cool. Let me put us on cam right now then. Yeah, salutes to my sister Dulcinea in the motherfucking house. And what I want to say is I want to give this sister her flowers, man, because she been over here rocking with your boy. I rocks with her. I got her back in these YouTube streets, and I can vouch that you know, she got your boy back in these YouTube streets. And not on no dick riding and on no fan type shit. Right is right, wrong is wrong. And you guys gonna see what we got for y'all today. We're gonna have some fun. This is a conversation that's funny to me. I like to have this conversation because it's a good opportunity to teach men a lot of shit and how to move in the community, dealing with the division and shit. A lot of controversial topics that some of you gonna agree with, you're not gonna agree with. It needs to be talked about. Brother Sanchez, what the hell are you talking about? Well, today's show, and let me pull out my title. What the hell's going on here? Hold on a second. Salutes to the sister Dulcinea. Sister Dulcinea, you ain't no stranger around here. You the OG moderator. You know, so yeah, you want to introduce yourself to the people before we get into this thing, and I'm gonna let them know what's going on for sure.
Yeah, thank you. And peace, everybody. I'm Dulcinea, and most everyone knows me from Unscrambled Minds. And yeah, it's just a pleasure being over here. I like being over here. Flat motherfucking power.
Yeah, man, flat motherfucking power. Let's drop a bomb. And but today, guys, we ain't on the flat earth tip. And I must let you know it is gonna be Modelo Chelada, lemon and salt. I love these shit, y'all know. Yeah, they salty. They ain't good for a nigga. And yeah, a nigga shouldn't be drinking beers and smoking weed on camera. But that's what make my show, goddammit. Cause you know, this the kind of shit we do anyway. Right in the hood, and goddamn it, come on, guys. Me and Dulcinea gonna start this thing off, let y'all know what it is, and then we'll let you guys on later on in the end and shit. I kind of want to review this video, but it is 4 hours, and I know you can sum it up and kind of give us a lot of the arguing points. So, guys, today's title is the Wee Wardens have issued a warrant out for Sanchez's arrest, right? So everybody know that, well, let me read to you this guy's title. And anytime you want to interject Dulcinea, that's fine with me. And I want to commend you for doing an excellent job over there on this guy's show. I don't know why he was so passionate about dragging my name. He wants some attention. Me and him always have our time where we clash, but it's never me that's starting it. This man, he just went from an Indian to a Kemetic nigga to a Pan-African to an Aboriginal. It's any group in the community. He's been in that shit. He got everybody costume in his closet. Where my chat
Yeah, I've
room at?
heard of that from someone else, but I've known only the Pan-African side. But I keep hearing that he's been everybody.
Yeah, that man there don't know what he want to be. He's trying to find him goddamn self. That's all right. We're going to help him out. We're going to help him find himself, son. Because if you're lost and you're looking in my area, think that you're going to find yourself, guess what? You sure enough right. You're going to find yourself fucking with me. You're going to learn your purpose fucking with Sanchez. I'm going to show you that today. Because what you're going to learn is that it ain't no ancestors put you on a mission to be out here policing penises. And that's what you niggas is doing. And you don't do this in the streets. This is only some YouTube shit. And what I want to say is, guys, we had an excellent show today with Jason Brashear. So let's drop a bomb for that motherfucker. Dulcinea was there. Sister was there in the chat room. And that shit was fire. She could tell you. She was fire.
Yeah, it was fire.
So most of y'all was there too. Y'all already know. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This shit finna be fun today, because wait till I read the name of this title for y'all. Hold on a second. Hold on. The name of the title, guys, is Dulcinea says it's okay for black leadership to swirl and be cuddled. See, titles like this is what's holding the community back. Who gives a fuck if a black leader is swirling or not? Where is he leading your people? A black leader's job ain't to fuck whoever you want him to fuck. A black leader's job, or anybody, dude, this what I don't get. The white man led his people to victory, and he was fucking niggas every step of the way. He was fucking him some black pussy every step of the way, and these niggas acting like swirlers keeping the black people back. The white man had other white men fucking black women. It didn't stop them niggas from coming together, getting your ass, and taking your woman for property. So y'all niggas, like, so I want to understand what was the nature of this conversation, Dulcinea, because automatically the title goes against manhood. Ain't no real man making content this kind of title. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, like, and I think even though it says cuddled, I think what he meant is coddled, like leadership to swirl and be coddled. Because I guess his point is I'm coddling the black men, because holding them accountable would be that they have to procreate within the family or within black people and have their family with a black woman. So he was emphasizing how if the child isn't made from a black woman, then the child is not black. And I don't understand that, first off. It's like it's gonna be black if there's one black parent. Then he was just saying, as far as I guess like how the overall sisters have self-hate about themselves, that we don't enforce this from our teachers or the men in the consciousness community. So what do you think about like saying like we subconsciously hate ourselves?
Yeah, I think that for a person to claim I hate myself because I don't date black women, which I do. And that's the thing about swirling I want to point out. They say we hate ourselves. That ain't the fucking problem. The issue with swirling is that it ain't a matter of hate. It's a matter of a nigga loving too much, not hating nothing. So the nigga who's swirling, not only do he love black women, he love white women, he love Asian women. So if you want to crucify a nigga that's swirling, get on him because he love too much. Say, look, man, you want to love everybody. That's a good angle to go, but not a good angle to say you hate yourself. That nigga ain't even thinking about himself. He thinking about his dick for real. And I got to make this a very clear in conversation, because niggas is making it something it's not. A dude that swirls, like if I go in there and swirl my ice cream, I don't dislike chocolate. Otherwise, it wouldn't be swirling. I would just get all vanilla. I'm putting chocolate with vanilla when I swirl. That means this is a dude that like everything. He probably like Neapolitan too. He wanted all the colors. That's all. It ain't that he hate any of the colors. It's that he want all of them motherfuckers. That's his problem. But they would try to say, no, they hate the black one. So why is it swirled up in there? You can't have a swirl without all of them flavors in it. It ain't that we hate one of the flavors. It's that we making this Neapolitan swirled up ice cream because we like vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. And I have mixed nieces and nephews. And I think, even they get offended when people are saying they're not black because they're biracial. And that's one thing I was trying to make a point of, is that you don't stop being black. You're just black and your other culture. But they're very like, anyone's going to be offended to be like, oh, you're not black now because you're biracial. You still have that whole black side of your family. You still are a part of black culture. You just also have a white side to your family.
That's
And I
crazy.
know a lot of mixed people that don't even know their white side or the other side. All they know is the black side. They just look outward biracial.
And why would you call them Mitch just to say they ain't black? When you say they're Mitch, you're saying they're both of them. So like go,
Exactly.
yeah, like handle them accordingly. That's the same with the swirling shit. If you saying I'm a swirler, that mean I like all the colors, not hating just the chocolate one. That ain't how swirling go. So these niggas, they dick policing, but they ain't doing a good job on the duty. You know what I'm saying? And so what I want to pick your, yeah, go ahead, you got it.
Oh, and I wanted to just say, this kind of sum up to another point is the whole family point of saying that we have the most destroyed family sector of everyone. So saying for optics, you need to have a person that's teaching you that's with a black woman and having a black family, but it's a lot of single men that are saying this, or they're not prioritizing family at all. So I don't really understand that point of being like a swirler is worse off that has a family if they're not with a black woman, or if a black woman is not with a black man, but someone that's not catering or caring about family at all is not a problem.
Because I think what you did was so fire. Lex Vortex is basically harassing me because I won't make a baby with a black woman, but he ain't made a baby with a black woman, which is facts. And I think that's the case of a lot of people. You got single dudes out here telling swirlers they need to be with a black woman. Dude, you need to be with a woman, period, nigga. Is my motherfucking response to them. What I want to
I think
ask,
that's facts.
yeah, what I want to ask you, sister, is did he reach out to you to talk about another man's dick situation? Come on, let me know now. How did this go? We got to call this out, fellas, to show how we don't move now.
Right. Well, I'll say I said that like of the community that you're one of my favorite teachers, and then that's where he went and said, that he didn't say it online today, but that's over the phone where he said that we have a self-hate for ourselves because we don't hold the men accountable to be with us or have families with us, but they can still teach us in the community.
That's crazy because most of us went to school and had a lot of white teachers. You had teachers in your high school that were swirling, and your parents didn't go up there and say, you know what, you can't teach my baby math class no more because you ain't with a black woman. So I told you that's only on the YouTube social media shit. Because if somebody going online to learn how to change a transmission, who gives a fuck who that man fucking? He taught me how to change my transmission. I watched the video, and that's that. If everybody I learned from, I got to know they situation, that's gonna be a real hard dick investigation. Let's just say you got a lot of investigation.
Exactly. Because, I mean, even and rightfully so, the people that don't put their business out online or don't even say anything, why would someone be like, I need to know that before you can teach me something or what you know? And I made it clear, like, go into someone's expertise. I'm not going to go to Unc just because he's with a black woman and say he knows everything about science when I don't feel like he does and he can teach me. I respect that he has a family and everything that he's done for his family, and I think that is respectable. But I don't think I have to learn from him just because of that.
You know what's crazy though? If I got with a black woman tomorrow, it wouldn't change these niggas from hating on me. It'll go now to just flat earth or something else. So,
Yeah, that's true
yeah.
because he said that black power was a usurp of black power, but taking out the black and putting flat in front of it.
And I don't understand why that even makes him mad. He said, so you willing to defend Brother Sanchez over Marcus Garvey? Well, I'm willing to defend any of my brothers and sisters that's alive over a dead motherfucker. It's time for the living to unite and support each other and quit arguing over dead men. Marcus, listen, I'm gonna rub this in, nigga, and I hope you don't like how I said. Marcus Garvey is a dead man. He ain't coming back. I'm here now. Yeah, y'all niggas don't like that. You know why? Because y'all niggas worship a bunch of dead. The dead can't do shit for the living. And Marcus Garvey was a goddamn Pan-African who never went to Africa his damn self. And you talking about, I said that Marcus Garvey is an agent working with the government, and I work with the government. That man was a Jesuit working with the Vatican. It's deeper than the government. When you talk about his ship situation, you never said who funded his ships. Some of them ships he had that was gifts from the Vatican. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how Marcus Garvey came over here as a tether in his motherfucking time. Salutes to FBA. And ain't doing shit no different in his time than what the tether's doing today. Trying to undermine what the fuck the foundation of black Americans is doing over here. And running from his own goddamn land and problems. Oh, and in all of these, look, Marcus Garvey was a Jamaican in America telling the black man that he don't know how to get out of his problems when Jamaica is ran by none but black people and they over there doing their own people wrong. The Jamaican police beating the shit out of them niggas just like the white man doing to us over here. So, nigga,
and he was part of the people doing these people wrong. If you'll see, if I'll have to figure out where that quote was that he was talking about Jamaican people, and he was just like, "Oh, he's calling out the coons." I'm like, "What are you talking about? He's the coon. He's the coon of the situation. He's the one recruiting people to war so they can war for the British Empire. He's talking about Jamaicans like they're the lowest of the low, and he reads that as he was calling out the coons. I don't understand.
All this calling out coons, you niggas who making a YouTube career for calling out coons, you need to go somewhere and take you a damn gun, right? Load you one up in the top, buddy. Get your ass in the closet, and you know what else to do. I can't say it on the stream because they'll say that I'm suggesting. But yeah, you need to out your goddamn self. If your job is on YouTube and you're the coon exposer. Niggas is out, nigga, you know how many organizations you need to expose before a coon even fucking matters? We talking Tavistock Institute, the World Economic Forum. Nigga, I'll be here all day. Organizations that you niggas need to be calling out while y'all around here giving coons energy. Coon, let's go call out the coons. And we're gonna be the dick policeman and the coon watch. Nigga, that's a measly job. That's your job, nigga? I'd rather be the coon than the nigga that's the coon police. Yeah,
Right.
man.
And it's just a deflection from really having conversations of what could really solve our problems, because you're focusing on all the wrong things, and it's stopping you from coming together and focusing on building together and what we could actually achieve, because you're going to be worried about who someone's sleeping with, what kind of family they have. Like, as long as their family is there and intact, that's all that matters. Now they're coming into the community to build, and you want to ask all these questions like, "Oh, well, do you have black children though? Did you focus on this? Then you're part of the problem." And it's like, no, you're really the problem, because you're the one that's divisive over things that don't matter.
Most definitely. Any black man on YouTube, cause watch the numbers, Dosinea. Don't you know that out of all the black families, 97, I'm gonna say anywhere from 95 to 98% of them is all black families. What I'm saying is swirlers only make up 1 or 2%, if I'm not mistaken. Definitely no more than 2% of all black people. So out of the whole black race, to the most, only 2% of them dating out. So to the other 98% dating in, if you got any energy for that small number, something fucking wrong with you. You damn near got perfection. You're not gonna have every single person in your race dating in. But the fact that it's less than 5% of the black race that's dating out, you're doing good. You're in a situation where you shouldn't even be talking about swirlers, because the number's so low within your group that it don't matter how much swirling propaganda that they putting out there in the media, it's not working on black people. It's not swirlers that's breaking up the black family. For the most part, black men and black women are together. That's what the statistics show. They just not motherfucking getting along. This is facts. Everywhere you go in these hoods is a black man with a black woman. For the most part, 95% of the race is black man with a black woman. But it's dysfunctional families. And that ain't the swirler's fault.
Right. That's stuff that we have to address, and that talking about this stuff stops us from actually addressing some of the real problems of why we don't get along. And that one of the main problems of us not getting along is, like you said, these other proponents that are trying to keep us apart or be divisive when we could be coming together and actually talking about what it takes to build. And I think it's just funny how people are just thinking like mixed, say you're mixed with white, all of a sudden you're one of the like slave master kids that can go out and are rich or have all this money or something. It's like half of them are like from trailer homes, maybe middle class at best. They are not just doing super well. So when there's someone that's mixed, it doesn't mean that they're going to be against our plight. Like all of a sudden they don't want us to get reparations, or they're our adversaries. That's not true for most mixed people. And I would say we have a lot of black people, fully black, that are our adversaries, that don't want to see us really achieve.
You know what? You asked him about the boule, and he didn't say nothing about it. That's some agent shit. That's acting like Steve Coakley died for nothing. Why them niggas never big up Steve Coakley? See, and my thing is this right here. You talking about black men who dating outside their race selling out, when the boule is full of black men who's married to black women. These are all black families that are selling you out, man, called a boule. They ain't swirling. This is all black, the boule. And they selling out, bro, in a way that the average swirler don't even know how.
Right.
So,
They'll they don't care about anybody. They will sell out their own grandparents for some money. So there's those people that really care about the power, the money, and I think all this ends up being a distraction of how we get the power, because the power isn't necessarily that you're sleeping with a black woman and having kids. The power is us actually asserting power nationally, economically, globally, and figuring out how we have to assert that power.
that's right. Hey, man, Sister Dulcinea be slaying these motherfuckers, too. I ain't gonna lie. You'll see her around here popping up on these niggas' platforms and making these arguments that really be daggers. I be peeping that shit, though. Hell yeah. You make your rounds and slay these niggas in a very elegant, humble way. Yeah. Uh-huh. It pisses them off. You know what I'm saying?
Thank
I'm
you. I
peeping it.
appreciate that.
Because but yeah, let me ask you this. What what was some of the stuff Lex was asking you? I would play the video, but he flagged me one time for his shit way long back when he was an aboriginal wearing feathers.
Some of the stuff, like one of the main things he was asking, or he emphasized, is he asked me, does it require a black woman for it to be a black child? And I said no. So that's when he was all like, "Are you serious? Are you saying that it doesn't require a black woman to be a black child?" And I kept emphasizing, no, it doesn't, because it takes is one black parent, and then
Yeah.
they're black and whatever else they are. So he was just like, that's sad.
Yeah, so
I
he
feel like those ad hominem attacks.
so he thinks Malcolm X is white.
Or being biracial isn't black. But also, because one of the main arguments is that a biracial person would have other affiliations and they're not going to be completely down for the cause. But doesn't Malcolm X completely demolish that argument, because he was pro black completely and building for the community? And he didn't actually say, oh, well, let me go and fight for the other side, where Marcus Garvey is not a Malcolm X. Marcus Garvey, we could see that he was teetering the line. Whether you believe he was an agent or not, he was doing a lot of agent things.
He was. And the people who don't want to acknowledge, the agenda behind Garveyism, like, why would the white man say he's a messiah? The white man gave him that title. I bet you should have asked Lex Vortex, have he ever heard of the Black Cross nurses? That was Garvey's contract with the Red Cross to stick black people. We already know what that means.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then, well, that was one of his main questions. If he was an agent, why did the COINTELPRO why did they start to target him in 1919?
So it can make you look legit and legitimate, just like they target their own planted whistleblowers. They will fucking have a quote unquote whistleblower that'll go out there and say some shit that is not true, but just because it was hidden and this is a whistleblower, and then when he say it, they do something to him, everything that man said becomes true in history now. And that's how they've been writing history and shit. Like, he think just because they targeting somebody, it make that person legit, and that's a peanut simple ass way of thinking. They know you think like that, so they just gonna target somebody just so they can get legitimized among the people and usurp the grassroots movements. Niggas be thinking shallow.
Yeah, and one of the main things I always think, because that's what I was telling him, like, even if you're thinking like a mob family or anything, they're going to put different people around you to make sure you're doing what you say you're going to be doing. So anyone can target someone that's still on their agenda. But I think the main thing is that we never acknowledge is when they want to take someone out, they take them out. Like, so if you were a real threat, you wouldn't be living to your end time to die in a bed or anything, because if you were really going to galvanize the people and get the people to turn on the government, then they would be coming at you to kill you, not just to send some people to spy on you.
Yeah, man. I'm tempted to hit play and kind of scam through this shit, because Homeboy had some very, like, his energy toward me was up there. I was like, damn, what did I do to Lex Vortex? Last time me and him talked, it wasn't on no fucking angry note. I know he disagree with a lot of what I say, but we never really turned up like that. We had a clash, and that was that. Then it was just went on. But I think he's really jealous, though, Sanaya, because you taking up for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the man jealous, man. He sounded real.
Yeah, I think it is. It reminds me a little bit of set tripping. Like, oh, you're learning from that person. Like, I don't even learn from Lex. I think when I came and I did that argument with Unc, and because I don't believe in Darwinism or any of that, but I believe in evolution, but I also believe in intelligent design. That's why I do come over here and I do resonate with a lot of your teachings. So I guess when they just heard like trigger words like intelligent design, everyone was saying like I learned under him, but I don't even know him like that. I'm just like learning what he teaches. So
And,
I don't know. I think it was that he put this esteem of people being like, oh, you learn under Lex Vortex and all this other stuff. And then to find out, like, no, I think completely different.
and you know what's crazy is that uh, he tried to criticize me for smoking weed, but I'm like, damn, Marcus Garvey is from Jamaica, and he still was tied to Rastafarianism and shit, even though he was a Catholic. So I would say that Marcus Garvey definitely smoked some fucking ganja, but I ain't gonna even try to argue that, because I don't give a damn if Marcus Garvey smoke or not. I don't need nobody's. Like, a lot of guys today try to say something against weed and stuff if you smoke weed, when we should really be trying to open up dispensaries and shit as black people. I don't get this shit. So these niggas thinking real small, real dumb, because Why they ridiculing? Here's what's crazy. When the white man was ridiculing weed, niggas like Lex was like, fuck that. They don't want you to tap into your ancestral roots, you know, because the white man go against something, they gonna be opposing to it. But now that the white man saying weed can be used for medical purposes and he's making it legal and shit, now black men are ridiculing it. Talking about Johnny come lately trading places, not keeping up with the times, because it's okay for the white man to sell weed in a dispensary, but not for you to smoke it. We ain't in a time where we should be ridiculing fucking weed smoking, man. Real talk, when it's healing motherfuckers. Niggas need to change their way of thinking, man. And that's just, again, he's doing what the white man should be doing. Now think about that. I got white men who watch me smoke weed and still say, brother Sanchez, you're a bright young brother. And here go this black man trying to make me look dumb. He ain't even looking at what I'm saying. He just trying to judge me. Hey, bro, you're really doing the job of the racist white man. What's so crazy about it is Elon Musk smoke weed with Joe Rogan, but they act like he's such an intellect and prestigious. This man leading the world in science. But my whole thing is, no white person tried to make this black man look bad ever for smoking weed, Dulcinea. None of them tried to play on my intelligence because I'm firing up a blunt or because I'm drinking a
Right,
beer.
but because he's going to space, he's going to get everybody to Mars, and they're going to be able to live on Mars in hotels and all that dumb stuff that people believe in. It's okay. We give him billions of dollars and he smokes weed. It's different when you're in the community and you're talking about some real stuff other than always dividing us about everything. I think people that don't know me, think I think some type of way, but I'm the one that reached out to Jane Elliott to get her on the show. If anyone has watched Unscrambled Minds, because I resonate with what Jane Elliott says. I don't believe we're all African the way she sums it up, but I believe the foundation of that is that we're humans. We're all human beings, and we're all like earthlings on earth. So a lot of times they divide us, and we're looking at this other person that can really relate to us more than we think if we would just sit down and talk to them. I do believe in our conglomerate, our people here as so-called Black people in America. We do have a certain plight where we need to come together and build together, but that doesn't negate that even us and white people need to come and build together because they're trying to keep them down. They have the same indoctrination for them as us. They make sure that they don't know certain things, and I've always been the type to tell them, like, just because you have white privilege doesn't mean that privilege gets you too far.
Mm-hmm. That is damn true. Having something and then applying it to where it benefits you to its fullness is different thing. It's different, two different things. Listen, chat room, if you guys want to come up and join us, we're gonna let a few people up, man. But I think I'm gonna skip around to parts where he really mad, just so I can show y'all a little taste of his energy and shit, cause it's funny to me, right? Now, let me alter this to where it don't look the same as his shit though. All right, let's get it.
Yo, like, yo, come on, Dulcie. Come on.
Come on, Dulcie, you need to be policing this man. You should be holding him accountable for his sex choices every night. How that's gonna benefit? If I say, okay, Dulcinea won, I'm breaking up with my girl, I'm finna get with me a black woman, is that gonna solve all the black people problems if every swirler, which is like 2% of them, did? That's what I'm saying. And Lex don't really want black people to do better. He's just a hater who using he don't want to really come out and say he hating on a nigga. So he trying to find some, what if he didn't know my motherfucking situation and I was anonymous with all that? But see, that let you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie, as a man, Dulcinea, among men, let's already know niggas don't respect this. Nothing but weirdos do. You ain't, how did it go? Even Marcus Garvey wasn't dick policing. The crazy thing about it is you worrying about a man swirling when Marcus Garvey was worshiping a white god. I don't get that. Y'all care about a black man having sex with a white woman versus all of y'all grandmas and your whole race kneeling every Sunday to a white Jesus while a black pastor take their money. But y'all out here looking for coons and swirlers. Y'all some fucking revolutionaries though.
Absolute facts. But it's easy to act like you're a revolutionary because, like you said, worried about the minority of people and understanding that they're not the ones that are influencing anything. They're not the ones that are saying, oh, okay, well, because we're not in power because these swirlers, or they're the ones that are dividing the community. Swirlers are not dividing our community at all. It's these people that are focused on this stuff instead of the real issues.
Yeah, man. This shit's crazy. LaShawn, what up, bro? They it's just a way for them not to focus on the real issues. Cause they done buried themselves behind a fucking wall of black power to now want you behind that wall. If you criticize black people, you a coon. So if you really want to get your people to the next level, you got to tell them what they don't want to hear. But see, the black power group is there to coddle they motherfucking people. And brother Sanchez is a black man that don't give no fuck about having black people's approval. I'm gonna tell your ass how I feel. And that go for any group and anybody in life. I'm not fake like these niggas out here talking about you need to be with a black woman and they single as hell. They single as hell. What up,
Exactly. And they're a contradiction because really all they care about is the black portion, but they never want to talk about the power. They don't never want to talk about what power is, how you get it, or anything. It's just policing what people think or what they saying over the internet, and not like, okay, this is really how we could galvanize and have power amongst each other. We never have those conversations.
Not at all. Cause when you come together with niggas like Letch, what he want to start doing is that's what he want to start doing. You can't come together with that nigga and have a conversation, cause he gonna be on the radio just like this. 10-4. The man is a shaft sheriff. And I got to call it out because it's just certain things that the black people don't need. Like, we don't really need no more rappers. We don't need penis patrolmen. Like, that ain't a job that can help the people. Where everybody else, y'all niggas go over there and bail. Y'all niggas go over there and fight. And our little group over here, our job gonna be, we gonna go on penis patrol. You know, we gonna be the wee wardens for the community. And the community never stop and say, wait a minute, why we funding y'all? We don't really need nobody out here doing dick investigations. You know, like that ain't gonna really help us that you writing a nigga a ticket cause you caught him in the car with Becky. What up, LaShud? These damn shaft sheriffs out of line. Yeah.
What's up with you, dog? I'm just jumping on right now. Actually, I'm driving. I'm following back and standing by right now. Y'all go ahead.
But I'm just saying, man,
Peace, LaShawn.
that's a waste of tax money. We don't need to be putting no goddamn money into the wee wardens. You know what I'm saying? That department is there. It ain't serving a purpose. Writing niggas ticket, pulling up on niggas and shit. Let me smell your dick. Is that a white woman? Yeah. Like,
Salute to
goddamn.
you, Queen. I don't know what the purpose of these cats, Sanchez. I don't know what the purpose of these cats, man, doing all this clout chasing and hating on people and stuff like that. And they can't be them and do what they do and let other folks talk about them, whether it's positive or negative, man. I fall back.
Yeah, because that man put in the title, is it okay for black leadership to swirl and be coddled? And I think that for you to say it ain't okay for a nigga to swirl is you literally trying to have authority over another man's dick. Bro, that ain't a good position to be in. That's a pause moment. When did that become a part of, when did men do this? When did that become a revolutionary act, nigga? I'm gonna tell you right now, you can have a dude that's swirling and economically helping his people out in a way, doing his thing for the people. You can have a motherfucker married to a black woman robbing his people. Look at Creflo Dollar, TD Jakes. These niggas ain't swirling.
Or even doing worse things to what the community's done to the children to like not be safe, and then they care about swirling.
Yeah, man.
Let me say this here, man. If people knew the history back in the 1600s, right before Bacon Rebellion, they'd be looking stupid when they bring that swirling shit up. Real talk.
These damn cock constables out here goddamn running it up, man. Let my nigga Key Norfolk on here. Yeah, man. They done issued a warrant for your boy arrest. It's crazy, man, that you don't see no other race of man with a department of niggas that do penis patrols. I'm yet to see it. I don't see Asian man saying, yo, man, you swelling, man? I don't see goddamn, the white man like, hey, Billy, man, come on, man, with all that swirling, man. It's only niggas. And you know what? They do that because they trying to gain favor among a certain element of black women, right? And the black women ought to know that, ought to see through that shit, man. Because these niggas are saying, I used to date white women, but when I came into this knowledge, fuck them white women. Like Malcolm X. Malcolm X was having sex with white women, and when he woke up, he married a black woman. But guess what, though? Malcolm never said white women is no longer attractive to me. I'm pretty sure he saw some beautiful white women. He just said, look, I got a new system of religion now. I just got to refrain from that. These niggas be playing a game acting like, man, like a dude that's swirling, how is he even attracted to that cave bitch? It like.
And I would think us as black women are kind of smarter than that by now, of seeing how these dudes utilize that, and they don't get with a black woman or go marry or anything. They just use that to be peace queen, all this other stuff. Give me some of your kids' snack money to donate to me and all this other stuff. Like, you can't see through it just because someone says, oh, I only sleep with black women. Like, how do you know that that's all he sleeps with just because he's saying that on YouTube?
But then for another man to now be having a conversation among, well, do he sleep with black women too? You just put yourself in the bitch zone. You literally just put yourself in the bitch zone. Once a man look up and find himself engaged in a conversation about another man's sex choices for too long, especially when that man ain't present, and you really investigated about this man's dick decisions. Bro, that's not no man shit. And ain't nothing revolutionary about that. And any person that's really invested for black people need to check niggas like that and say, look, bro, that ain't nothing we should be concerned with. Let's go and be serious and do some business over here. Ain't no mob business ass serious niggas out here meeting up, and it's time for us to discuss some shit. And any nigga go to talking about another man's dick, we gonna get him up out the room. Ain't no man, they gonna be like, ain't nobody gonna wanna be around you, bro. We over here talking business about the people, and you worrying about who the next man fucking, dude. That's weird. A boss ain't got time for that. Salutes, man. We gonna let everybody speak to the matter. Salutes to everybody that's joining. What's good, Chris? What's good, Bobby?
What's good, man? You making some you and the sister made some incredible points. What she said about people not making family the main priority, because when it pertains to business, I'm pretty sure you know this, Sanchez. They not necessarily looking at if like
Just
who
knew
you
another
with.
truck was gonna come. I just knew it.
Okay.
Come on, Miguel.
You got to mute. You got to
Yeah.
mute, bro.
What up? What up with it, Key? Yeah, but basically, you know what I'm saying? Key could probably explain this too. That when in business, they ain't necessarily looking at who you with. They, as a man, they looking at how you operate your household. You know what I'm saying? Your morality level and things like that. They not necessarily concerned with who you married to. They just concerned that you able to operate a household. That shows a decent man quality, that you can be trusted in order to operate and handle other responsibilities. And as far as like a question I wanted to ask both of y'all, because you know what I'm saying, it might be a little specific to y'all situation, meaning Key and Sanchez. How do y'all feel about people who necessarily say they respect y'all but don't respect your life decisions? Because I know how important my wife and children are to me, so I can, you know what I'm saying, I can kind of gauge how important it may be to y'all. How do y'all feel about people who might be like close, or like say like, yeah, I'm cool with Sanchez, but I don't really fuck with that mixing, swirling shit? Is that, do you take that as like, you know, you really can't fuck with me if you ain't respect that that's a part of my life?
You know what, Bobby? A lot of YouTubers today, they come on here and they talk behind an avatar. They don't give you their real name, and they don't give you no way to look into their life or know anything about them. That way, you just take my message and you ain't got nothing to judge as far as my personal life go. Now, I'm gonna say this to every person out there that want to get involved in social media. That is a decision you want to take your time and think about before you get on here. I didn't do that. I just came with my best picture, Bro Sanchez. I wasn't thinking about no anonymous shit. I just wanted to start putting videos out. Perhaps maybe I would have moved different, but everything happened for a reason. But that's something you need to think about, because if you got a message, you really want people to just focus on your message and then debate you for that, versus have any other thing personal they can go to, because that's neither here nor there. But you open yourself up with that when you invest that information, when you make yourself public on these spaces. Learn from it that way too, man, because I don't understand how that conversation ever became of any relevancy to either helping or hurting black people. Because if I dated a black woman, I don't understand how that would benefit Bobby. If I break up with my woman now and get a black woman, I don't understand how LaShawn Thomas would get any benefit from that, or any other black person would get any benefit from that. Like, to me, your sexual choices is all you. That's selfish. That's like every sexual choice you make, that's for your benefit. That ain't for me. Now, when you make a humanitarian choice, when you decide where your money is going, who you spending with and all that, that can kind of affect me, because if you are spending with people that's taking their money to exterminate my people, which these niggas is doing, then now you funding your own genocide. Whereas what I'm saying is, a dude can be integrated with the white people sexually, but to me, that don't hurt or help the black race. But if a dude integrated with these folks on a corporate level, economically, you doing the most damage. I don't care if you married to a black woman. That's the argument I'm gonna stand on.
That's a fact. The question
Real
question to
shit.
y'all again, man. This for
I want to
everybody on the
answer that,
panel.
man.
Oh, go
I
ahead,
want
Key.
to
My
answer.
fault.
I
Go ahead.
want to answer that because shout out to the panel. Shout out to bro. Man, the sister made a good point. A lot of these fellas would use that black woman shit as a divisive technique for the black woman to attract them to that YouTube channel and all that. And we already know that a lot of people got a lot of genuine hate for you because of your success on YouTube. So we can't really value what he's saying when we already know his hate level is way up high with you. And it's a disclaimer. I'm saying this myself because I've had a conversation with the guy. Now, as far as how I feel about when people say that, I kind of take it as, I forgive them because they don't know what they doing type of shit. Because I love who love me. I got to pay my bills with who pay my bills with me. I got to rock with who gonna fuck with me if I'm broke or not. So whether she black or white or, and then most people take it to where niggas is saying, like, I only date white women. And nah, bro, it just be, love is love. And when you get in between two people who in love, you're going to lose every time. It don't matter what it is. And when it comes to black economic situations, like bro said, we got to look at where the money going and shit that's fun and shit that's going against us. So we got people out here like that. The chick that was with Kanye West, the shit they was doing. You know what I'm saying? That we need to be more focused on. She might be with a whole black dude or a black woman or whatever, but we can't just take one fashion of society that's a very small percentage and use that to antagonize just guys who's swirling and shit like that, man. That's not credible, man. It's not credible at all.
I got a question based on what Lex was mad about. Is something wrong with me saying flat power? How are they saying that's somehow me trying to be against black power? It's just catchy because I'm a black man who believe in flat earth, so I'm putting both of them together because when the flat earth, if you follow me, when the flat earth shit got popular, I was the first popular black dude kind of teaching it from the, I hate to say it, but a quote unquote black perspective on some African cosmology, Nut and Geb going into, trying to cater, people will tell you that. So that was just catchy to me, like, shit, okay, damn.
If they was that upset, why didn't they get mad back in the day at the Ninja Turtles for saying turtle power? Or any of that shit for that? No, I'm just think about that though. A white man created that and said turtle power. Y'all should have boycotted that. So
turtles in a half shell, turtle power.
Turtles, yeah, turtle power. Yeah, but no. Here go a philosophical question for all the men on the panel, because I was asked this today, right? And this is an interesting question because conversation right now is on sexuality and race, right? If you had to come back to this earth and the only two choices you was presented with is you get to come back either as a gay black man or a straight white man, what would you choose?
Straight white man.
Without even question, straight white man. Without even thinking.
Hold on, wait. Let me answer this in my Let's Vortex voice. What are you talking about? I will come back as a gay black man. Yo, wait a minute. Yo. Of course I'm gonna come back as a gay black man. Black power. Why would I be a straight white man? It's all about my people. What are you talking about?
Oh shit. Ooh wee. Because look, that philosophical question was posted to me today. And I didn't even think about it like LaShawn said, because based on like how my mind is wired, my sexuality, as crazy as it sounds, outweigh whatever black is. And in my mind, I'm saying, well, shit, I could come back and be a white man that's still a black man, but I don't know, like, in my mind, I couldn't just accept being black.
Son, I'd rather kiss another black man than be a straight white dude kissing a white devil, son. What are you talking about? Black power. What are you talking about, son? What are you talking about, son? Son,
Jesus, take the wheel.
What do you mean, Jesus Christ, son? I'd rather be with my black brother than be with this cave white beast. What are you talking about, son? Black power, son. What are you talking about?
Hey, you gonna have to give me Becky and the bomb, Sanchez.
No, you guys are coon.
White man, and I'm taking Becky and
you're a raccoon. You mean to tell me you rather be a straight white man laying up with a cave beast than be a black man loving on your black brother? Come on, man. Come on, son.
My new name will be Chad Chashevsky or some shit like that.
So if we had a choice, why couldn't we just say neither?
No,
it's a loaded question.
Ain't the choice. Wait. But you see how you just tried to do that, Chris? This a philosophical question. You
Not
could say
philosophical,
neither.
it's a loaded question.
Well, it's
But
not.
that's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm
It's
not
not a
arguing with
loaded.
you.
Wait.
I'm
It's
arguing
not a
over the
loaded.
fact.
Hold on, Chris. It's not a loaded
I
question.
don't let people talk, man.
It's a question of well, I basically want to explain the point of the question because the conversation, like I said, was based around sexuality and race as he trying to like dick police Sanchez about his sexuality versus race. And I'm saying, based on that question, how Sanchez was answering like Lex, what's more important in your paradigm, your sexuality or your race? And I'm saying, as me as a black man born on the west side of Chicago, if those was the only two choices I would present it with, I would choose my sexuality. It's just that simple, brother. It ain't loaded.
Hey, that's crazy, bro. Niggas just need to answer that.
But how you
know
yeah,
what?
Yeah,
but
just
if,
answer it. It ain't hard. It ain't hard
just
to answer. Just answer it.
I mean,
Yeah.
why are y'all brought? I'm trying to answer it, but if we're talking
ahead.
about having a philosophical question, then philosophically, it's a loaded question because you said you
just
choose
answer
your
the
sexuality.
Just answer the
do me a
loaded
favor.
question.
Is
Then,
my
Answer
answer.
the loaded question.
Y'all don't let people talk. No, thank you.
We letting
I
you
wouldn't have
answer.
either. I don't want to be white, and I damn sure don't want to be a gay black man.
But just
That
answer
ain't
the
Both of
question.
them.
But bro, I
that's
don't want
not
to
a
be
part
gay,
of
so
it.
I'm
Just
gonna be a
answer it.
white man,
But-
bro.
Right,
Then
thank
we
you,
loaded.
kid.
Okay,
You see
wait,
how easy that
What the
was,
fuck,
kid?
Listen,
bro?
now
see how easy
Bobby,
that was,
Bobby, ask me the question, Bobby.
Sanchez, if you had to come back and your choices
That's
was
crazy,
gay
man.
black man or straight white man, what would you choose?
Straight white man.
That
Now
easy.
your turn, Chris. Your turn.
Oh
Chris.
God.
Chris, what would you choose? all the men up here. Can any
Come
other
on,
men
bro.
up here
It
besides
look
me
funny
I
answer?
mean,
when
I
you
don't know why
choose
you.
it.
I don't know why you think you eating on that. I don't want to be neither. I don't want to be a white man,
It ain't that I
and I
think
don't
I'm
want to be a
eating
gay
on
black
it.
man.
Wow, you see
Bro,
that right there?
that nigga
You
lost.
see that?
Lost, bro.
I'm a
See
law.
that?
Just like, hey,
Hold
that's
on,
I
just
don't
like
want to
that's
be a
just
white
like
man.
Hold on,
that's just like
LaShawn.
somebody
Chris.
asking you yes
Hold
or
on,
that's just like
LaShawn.
somebody asking you a yes or no question, but you ain't got no choice. You
Right.
gotta either say yes or no.
Right.
Ain't no in
Neither,
between.
You're not
right.
positing
Neither
a
is
yes or
not
no
an
question.
option, bro.
Yes.
Neither is
He
not an
Y'all
gay.
can
He
see
option.
the
gay,
flaw
guys.
in your
Hold
reasoning.
on. Listen to what I'm saying. It's just a
I
simple.
listened to what you said.
But hold on,
It's
Chris.
stupid.
It's simple. Okay. You can feel
No,
like
it's
it's
not. It's
stupid.
stupid.
But listen,
All
you know
right.
what's
You
crazy
see how
though,
quick
Bobby?
they wanna call
It's
Chris.
stupid.
Wow.
Bobby, watch this. Part of being intellectual is even knowing how to answer stupid and loaded questions.
No.
Oh God.
When you
That's
answer a
right.
loaded question, you have to know when somebody's loading a question against you.
And you answer it and make them look stupid with it.
How's the
You see
question
what I'm
loaded?
saying?
That's all I want to know.
Yeah, because
Listen,
bro,
Because you
if
have a
the
you love
question,
being
listen,
black so much,
thank
bro,
you.
if you love being black so much, you would just say I'll be a gay
I give be
black
a gay
man,
black
bro.
man, right?
no.
What the
I wouldn't
fuck,
say
bro?
I'd be a
Like,
gay
come
black
on,
man.
bro.
Wait. So let me ask
Your
you this
logic is
question then.
flawed.
Can I ask you
Your
this
logic
question
is
then,
flawed.
Chris? In a
Yeah, go
paradigm,
ahead.
what matters more, your
Shit.
sexuality or your race?
Oh shit.
My sexuality or race, well, that paradigm wasn't offered in the question.
Why
It
can't
is.
y'all
If you say
Yes,
answer that?
it is,
you
Why
bro.
say
can't y'all
sexuality,
answer that, bro?
That's the
if you here,
paradigm of the question.
Oh
why do
my
you
The
guys get so
paradox of the
excited when you guys hear it? Can I answer,
Chris.
please?
That's the paradox of the question. And I just want to rephrase it again so you understand. Neither is not an option. It's either this one or that one. It ain't got nothing to do on you personally or none of that, brother. It's a literal
But if
question.
you're
Hey, hold up,
saying, I'm gonna show.
hold up.
Can I show you?
Can
Do y'all let people
Go ahead.
speak?
Brother,
Go
hold up.
ahead, brother.
I just want him to ask Willie the question so we can see how
This is
easy he
crazy.
answered
Willie,
that.
let me ask you this question,
Then
Willie.
you
And
go, Chris.
K. Gomez and Willie.
I don't know why y'all think y'all eating on this.
All
Y'all
right,
so
bet.
silly because
Wait, I
Bet,
don't
bet.
think I'm
says,
eating on nothing.
It
It's a
hit.
simple question.
Nah,
Why
ask you.
why
I
do
see.
y'all
Hold on,
Ask you.
Sanchez.
Why
I
are you
see every
taking
time I
so
try to
offense
answer
to
it.
this? But you keep
Sanchez,
trying to
every time
answer
I
it in
try.
a way that you want to answer
Okay,
it instead of the way
Hey,
that I'm
Chris, I'm
asking
about
it.
to let you get the mic when he asks them the question. You got it.
All right, let's get it, man.
I'm gonna
How you
ask
doing,
it this
Sanchez?
simply. What's up with it, Willie? These are
Hey,
your
Bobby, how
only
you
two.
doing, my
Wait,
brother?
what's up with it, Willie, my nigga? What's
What's the
good,
question?
my boy? These are your only two options. Neither is not an option. If you
Okay.
get to come, you gotta come back to earth. Your only two options are you either get to come back as a gay black man or a straight white man. What will you choose?
I mean, I would definitely be a white man. But let me ask you this though.
Let me ask you this. Nigga ain't even have to think. Wait, go, Willie. Let me ask K Gomez real quick, cause I promise you, it is not a trick question. It's not a trick question or anything like that.
Bro, I'd rather be a white woman. I'd rather be a white woman.
Go ahead, Bobby. Go ahead. Ask me, bro.
Would you rather, if you get to come back, would you rather be a gay black man or straight white man?
Straight white man, bro.
Okay. That the question is
Chris,
would you rather come back as a gay black man or a straight white man?
Neither. I'm gonna explain why.
Neither is not an option.
You kind of thinking if you want to be gay or not, bro.
Right, I said it from the jump that neither is not an option.
I said neither. Well, guess what?
I said neither is not an option, bro.
So you're gonna you say you guys say. I'm sorry, you guys say you want to have a philosophical conversation.
Whoa,
you yourself. Dude, can I fucking answer the question? I'm trying to have a conversation with you. Wait.
Neither.
You keep on trying to force me into either.
Go ahead.
You're not talking to that type of person.
Around either or. The question ain't based around either. The question based.
Find somebody else to ask that question to. I'll pass on that because I don't want to be either.
So look, we're not gonna. I see now we're not gonna get.
No, I'm smart.
Out of Chris. So let's just now pick it.
But here's the thing, though. What I'm trying to answer is, he said he'll rather choose his sexuality, and then I'm saying, but you want to be a white man. So if you're choosing your sexuality as a black man, then you're admitting right off rip that you want to be a gay black man. You just said it.
No, I didn't. How?
Oh my God!
Because you said you choose your sexuality,
let me answer him.
and the only two options. Hold on, but the only two options you put on the. Hold on, the only two options you put on the table.
Right.
The only two options you put on the table was gay black man or white man, and you said you choose your sexuality.
I said I choose.
But you said you choose your sexuality. So you choosing. No, I didn't. You're choosing. No, you did. Yes, you did. You said that you're gonna choose
my sexuality. I'm straight, nigga. I got a wife and 5 kids. So I'm gonna be a straight white man. I answered this question earlier today, and I'm answering again. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Y'all crazy as hell. Let me get up off this channel, Sanchez. Y'all smoking some type of dope, man.
Look at
Wait, Chris, before you go, well, I don't know if he left or not, but I wanted to ask him if he's against that he thinks Pan-Africans can't go for a teacher that's a swirler, or if we should only have Pan-African teachers if you're Pan-African. So I wanted to ask him that, but I see he left.
Wait, he's mad. He's mad because he didn't answer the question.
His emotion, yes, he left without answering. And again, this is why I asked it. Wait, and the reason why I asked this question was because this whole conversation is framed around a nigga trying to dick police Sanchez. Again, I don't give a fuck what no man or woman do in the sanctity of their home and don't want to know. That's a personal conversation between you and your partner. But if a motherfucker want to say race and sexuality go hand in hand and you should be doing this and that, I want to know what weighs more. If you saying that your race, you should be only dating in your race and your race and your race, y'all make the people who stand on that mountain tend to be saying that no matter what your feelings towards sexuality, like if I'm a black man attracted to a white woman or Asian or Indian or whatever, no matter what your feelings on that, you should only go with your color. So the question is based around what's more important, your color or your sexuality. I would rather be a straight white man. It ain't no, I don't have to think hard about that.
Yeah. That shit was brilliant. I ain't gonna fucking lie. That shit was brilliant.
Hey, that's a question of really
he fighting with
really, now I know what to throw at him, man, with the Pan-Africans and shit like that.
Hey, really know
bro. We doing chess, not checkers over this motherfucker, man.
Hey, that's a good one, Bobby. What you say, boss?
Hey, salute, family, much love and respect.
Much love to you, bro.
Hey, Bubba, you put him to fight with his own mentality. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not that hard to even discern that type of question and just move on. If it is when you break down a nigga paradigm and you put him in a paradoxical situation, what I'm saying. He's the one. But that's what I'm saying. He's the one that got a problem with moving on with that question and answer it, because he really got a problem with the race. He's so attached to the race that he don't understand what's inside of you for real. You know what I'm saying? So it's really hard for him to answer that, and you put him to think, and he's at war with his own thinking. He's not answering the question because he think it's a trick question and this and that, when in reality, all you trying to do.
We always say, I'm a man before anything, right? Don't we always say that? I'm a
Facts.
man before any motherfucking
So
thing.
watch this,
So-
right? Watch this, right?
Oh yeah.
Guess what? I'm mad Chris left. I stepped away and came back and he's gone. I wanted to ask him, is it a legitimate position to be a wee warden? Because you do got a group of black men in the community. Their whole job is to call out every black man they see with a white woman. And you really writing a nigga a ticket, that's a citation. And that's a black woman's job for real, man. Ain't no black man got no business out here signing up for the job of dick police. Women only job, dude. That's a women only job. And even then, it shouldn't be funded. They should get rid of that whole department. Chris need to stick around and let me know how being a shaft sheriff helps black people. That's what I would have asked him before he left.
Shaft sheriff is crazy, nigga.
Yeah.
Nigga, where is you getting these? Where? What the fuck, niggas? You typing shit into the source?
Hey, Bobby.
Listen, bro, I'm fine with that shit. He's a cock constable.
Hey, Bobby.
Cock.
Yo, yeah, bro.
Hey, Bobby.
What's the other shit? The sheriff shit. Say the sheriff one again.
A penis patrolman. Right.
That shit was brilliant, bro.
Right.
I said that nigga shaft sheriff.
Hey.
Yeah, I gotta say.
What I don't understand is how do you
Bro, you need a shirt. You need a shirt, shaft sheriff shirt.
They're you know what they are?
I say he the guy.
They are
I say he the-
testes. They are testes tyrants. That's what they are. Let's go.
Hey, Sanchez,
Hey,
he's the guy.
Sanchez.
Hey, Sanchez, he's a goddamn phallus arresting officer. That's what he is.
My thing is a gay black man is never an option, bro. I know a lot of cool, smooth white dudes. Like, I would mimic that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell? That shit crazy.
Nigga, I'll be Chet Hanks in a minute.
Out this motherfucker,
I'll be
nigga.
Chet Hanks
John-
right.
I'll
I'll
be
be John
motherfucking
B.
Brad Pitt.
I'll be Brad Pitt. I'll be
Hey,
Arnold
but
Schwarzenegger.
my girl is a nurse, man. She saw an old white man get his private part smashed today. So ask him would he rather be black. He could be racist and all, and he gonna cry. He gonna tell you, man, I'd rather be a black man than have my shit. Dude tripping, man. I don't know what he on. He on some other shit right now, man. This flat power over this bitch, man. And
Yeah, this shit's
Killing me,
fucking
bro.
hilarious, bro.
I'd
Ball
rather-
bailiffs. Them niggas is ball bailiffs. Let's go. I'm gonna come up with one every 10 minutes.
Hey, Bobby.
Ball baby.
bro. Nah, bro.
What up, dog?
Hey, Bobby.
baby.
What up, my nigga Willie?
I got a quick question. Would you rather be a gay black man or like a lion in the jungle, like a leader or something?
Man, I'll
Lion
be
in the
eating
jungle.
shit out some hyenas, boy.
Lion in the jungle. Listen, the reason why I asked this question, and the reason why I'm asking this question is because it's based off your paradigm. It's not to say like, oh, gay people this or gay people that, because I never came up with that mentality, so it don't resonate. I would, I came up black and straight. So when I look at myself, which one predominate, like, you know what I'm saying? I done had sex with white women before. That ain't no shame on me. You dig what I mean? So it's like me personally with just what's been wired in me, I gotta come back and still be able to use my willy. That's just how it is. So I'm not finna like that. It is not a deep question to me like that.
You got to
just
change that
gave,
name.
you just gave me one, Bobby. Willie
Yeah.
Warlocks. Willie
Willie
Warlocks.
Hey, hell no, Sanchez, hell no.
Would you be a gay black man for the Lord?
Willie Warlocks.
What
Hey,
you
that's
say?
fucked up.
21?
Hey, that nigga
Sanchez,
said it was a
hell no.
loaded question. Like he don't eat loaded potatoes.
Nah, bro.
Right. That ain't no
Nah,
loaded
bro. It's
question.
like you wrong, bro.
It's a simple question.
My nigga
But I
said
want
Willie
everybody,
Warlock.
next time somebody present you with that shit, Sanchez, just ask them that shit. You know what I mean? Because it's dumb. It's dumb that we still in 2023 having a question about sexuality and race and all this shit like it go
Y'all
hand.
niggas.
Hey, Rod Rebels. Them niggas is Rod Rebels.
Sound like a motorcycle gang.
Man, none of that shit got nothing to do with the
Hey.
position of black people. So I wish
Yeah.
niggas would stop using that shit for their moniker for YouTube. to come on and try to get in some black women head and shit.
Right.
These black women smarter than that, bro. They like, shit, I'll take that nigga from that white woman if I wanted to, nigga. You who the fuck you think you talking to?
Hey,
We that
Sanchez, I
strong.
got one. The
Oh, that's
neighborhood
deep.
nut
My nigga
watch.
said,
Not the neighborhood nut watch.
that nigga said
The
to
neighborhood nut watch.
That's crazy.
That's a good
Neighborhood nut watch.
Look, imagine you look, Alexis, you coming home, it's 2
nut
o'clock at night. You gotta sneak your white woman out the car. Niggas looking
Damn.
through the blinds, the neighbors out the blinds. Yeah, I see you, Bobby. That nigga 10-4. I see a white woman. Yeah, I seen blonde hair flying through this nigga back door, man. Get him Minority Report.
Hey,
that shit
everything
crazy,
is
man.
fun and games until the ball bailiff comes around.
The narcotics.
Look, them niggas
And
gonna
he
set up
thought
the
K.
Minority
Gomez.
Report.
He thought
gonna set
K.
up
Gomez was gonna sign with him, man. K. Gomez a real one, man. That nigga
Yeah,
said,
man.
hell nah, nigga, I'd
But what
rather
you
be
said
white.
first, though, Key, we say we a man before any, like when you say you a man before anything, that's what that means. I'm a man before anything.
Now look,
nigga.
they say all I
Anything,
got
bro.
is my balls and my word, not my skin and my words.
That's right.
Facts.
That's
That
right.
nigga say, no, give me my skin, nigga. I walk around this bitch like Strange and
With
RuPaul and
a
shit.
eunuch, yeah.
Hey, he'll put that suit on. Baby boy saw that dude in that goddamn beauty shop.
Right.
I'm gonna be real with you, man. I live, I'm from this side of town, man, on the west, and there's women of all races here. Like, I grew up majority Mexican women where I'm from in Arizona. So, but then I went to Atlanta and I got a culture shock. You know what I'm saying? So my thing was, it's about the face for me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just always been like that. It's never been a situation where I'm just gonna date a woman just because she a certain race. That just, honestly, that's how it is over here. And I noticed the more south I go or the more whatever, it gets more black, bro. Like niggas be, like they get judgmental and shit. So, but out here, man, it's pretty like nobody care over here.
You want to know what it is, Willie? People don't travel, and for those who don't travel or do what they say, they Aboriginal. No, I'm saying this: niggas want to claim Aboriginal and Pan African. I'm finna be real. I was the nigga moving around the United States since 5 years old. You know what I'm saying? From Chicago to Mississippi to Alabama. Like we was them people like you had to go spend the summer with great granny in Mississippi. You had to go spend a goddamn summer in Alabama with Auntie Nam and this and that. Like you had to go know your family. So like you was getting shipped the fuck around. And one thing I noticed, my family who didn't move around, you basically become accustomed to a date what you see your whole life. So in the South, if you don't never move around, all you gonna see is black women. That's all you gonna see. That's all you gonna know, and you ain't gonna it's gonna be foreign to you to see somebody else with something else, unless it's like a white woman that's kind of like a country black woman or something like that. Or if it's a black man, he gotta play the role of a kind of white man to be with a black woman. But like you said, I've been in AZ. It ain't nothing but Mexicans and white, so it ain't the same thing. And then in Chicago, it's a wide variety of people. Then when you go to East Coast, it's Puerto Ricans and Dominicans and Jamaicans and all of it. Like people having sex with who they around, not with who you think ideology who they should be with. You go to LA, it ain't nothing but bad Asian women and shit out there like that. So your idea of what you think of Asian, no, I'm being for real. Your idea of what you think of Asian is from a Bruce Lee movie ain't what the Asians they breeding out in LA. That's a different type of. I'm just being real.
Yeah.
Hold on. I got to fucking say this. Whoever said semen security guards, that shit's funny right there. And then another funny one was dick deputies. Dick deputies, I think that's the funniest one that I saw.
Yeah, that's catchy. Yeah.
Somebody said Sloan sergeants, that Sloan sheriffs, nigga. This shit's
That semen security funny. That
semen security guards. Yeah, semen security funny. Package pirates, that's a good one too. Y'all stupid as hell.
Wild, bro.
Y'all niggas got me fucking rolling over here. You stop.
Them niggas is stupid, boy, in the chat
I'm
room. I know
still
they drinking on something.
fucking
Hey,
GD.
you gotta watch out.
Sanchez.
Them niggas gonna charge you with a phallus felony, nigga. Your ass gonna get a FL.
Oh,
Go get an FL.
Sanchez.
A
Big
phallus
police gonna
felony.
be your phallus.
Hey, goddamn. Hey, if you're in a neighborhood and you swirling, you need to make sure you don't got nut neighborhood watch around this bitch. Cause they showing up reporting niggas.
Hey, them niggas be
That
mad.
man
If they look. Hey, they'd be hella mad. If they look through my phone. I ain't gonna even lie to you.
That man said Mob Squad.
Willie, your ass might go
Hey,
under the jail. Me and you both,
call
sir.
their ass the nut knockos.
So you have
Narcos.
some issues, Sanchez? You got some issues with the dingaling detectives out here, bro?
Yeah, man. These niggas is they out of control, man.
Erectile enforcers.
They're out of control, my nigga. I'm just saying, like they out here brutality, man. You know, it's goddamn it, you know. So
You know what's always bothered me with that shit, man? It's like I like to do it ideologically, intellectually, but a lot of times motherfuckers do that shit to just try to like fake hurt you, or you know what I'm saying, like hurt what you got going on at the crib. And that's why a lot of them conversations I got up, because actually me and you met on a Sunday Rumble about dating out. You know what I'm saying? And if a motherfucker look back at our history, that's one thing we ain't never argued about for real. You know what I'm saying? We done argued about every goddamn thing else, but who, you know what I'm saying, who niggas with and shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Hey Tad, could you answer the question? Could you answer the question? Would you rather be
I got a question for you, Taz.
Hey,
Would you
Taz,
rather
hold on,
be
wait.
I got you,
Hold
Keith.
up, wait. Taz, I'm gonna prepare you for this shit. Taz, this ain't no easy question for a pro-black nigga. So brace yourself, and you can't say neither. You gotta answer this shit.
Neither
This
is
finna
not
be
an
funny.
option, Taz.
This gonna be
Yeah.
funny.
My
Go
nigga,
ahead,
Taz,
get him, Bobby.
what's up? This Bobby. What's up, my nigga Taz?
What's
Here you
good,
go, my
God?
nigga.
I feel like my nigga's setting me up, though, but I'm
No, I ain't setting you up, Taz.
nah,
This a real nigga question. If
Real
you was
nigga
present
test.
Taz, these the only two choices you got to come back to the earth. You either got to come back as a gay black man or a straight white man. What you choose?
Oh my God, dog. I don't want to come back as no straight white man, but I'm coming back. I'm coming back tailed in a motherfucker, bro.
See what I'm saying?
Look at that.
That's it.
My nigga Taz a real one
Real
for that.
shit.
Tad's a real nigga.
I'm
It
coming
ain't a
back
hard
tailed in a
question.
It ain't a hard question for real, bro. For real. Yeah, I mean, anybody that got a common sense will understand that you will come. You know what I mean?
Because
Like,
that's
come
what the
on.
debate is, K. Do you put your manhood before? Because I ain't gonna lie. Taz answered that quick and he started the B1 shit. That mean black first. But even the man and him kicked in and said, you know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna have to be pale. Because deep
Oh,
down
God.
inside, every man know, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no way around, or you just not gonna answer
I'm
the
a man
question.
first.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, I'm a
If
man
you don't
first.
answer,
Yeah,
if you
man.
don't answer that question, I gotta look at you strange, my
I
nigga. It
gotta
ain't
look at
even no
you
need for that.
strange. I gotta look
Between
at you
us and them
strange,
is,
man.
you know, goddamn generals.
Because look, you could be black first and maintain and answer that question. That don't mean I'm glad Taz here to answer the shit. Because check this out. Think about this. It don't compromise your black first status if you maintain the manhood question. That's what I want to discuss with y'all. Because check it out. You could come back to this bitch as a straight white man and do more for black people than the other option you just said,
That's
Bobby.
a
I'm
fact.
just saying.
Madon,
right.
where my nigga
That's
Madon at? I gotta ask
That's right.
Madon this question. Unmute your mic, Madon. Where you at, my nigga?
Sanchez, would you come back a
Hold
gay
on.
black
Wait,
man for the
Madon.
Lord?
Madon, would you rather come back as a gay black man or a straight white man? Madon.
Oh, you know the Most High ain't gonna let me answer that, man. Can't answer.
Oh, we got
Get the fuck out of here.
the Most High. We got one, y'all.
Hey,
We
Bobby.
got one.
Bobby.
We got one, y'all.
Bobby.
Hey,
Hey,
no,
hey,
we
Bobby.
gotta get Madon to stand on something. No, let's don't make
Don,
it easy.
you gotta answer that, my Don. Would you rather come back as a gay black man or a straight white man? Ain't no choices. These the only choices
you
the
know
Most
what?
High gave.
Y'all ain't fun. Y'all just want all the easy questions and shit. Come on, man.
This ain't a hard question. If
Hey,
you're a
what
man,
do
this
the
shouldn't be a
Most High,
hard question.
Madonna, what the Most High got against white people?
Right. This ain't a hard question. Wait, Key, don't even let them go off into what the Most High got against the white people. This ain't a hard question if you're a man. Would you rather come back as a gay black man or a straight white man? Them the only two choices, Madonna.
All right, man. Since y'all just having fun and games, I'll come back as a white man just for fun and games.
Yeah,
man.
My nigga
I think you want to be
My
white
nigga
anyway,
Madonna didn't even want to say
lying.
that shit, and he said it. Salute to
Yeah,
Madonna.
listen, bro.
Salute to Madonna, man. Salute to
If you could have
Madonna,
seen me
man.
shaking my head when I said it, bro, I'm like, no, I don't want to be a white man. But you know what I'm saying?
Cause I know you didn't want to say that shit. That's why I asked you, but your manhood override that shit. So that's the whole point. That's why I said that question was brilliant, man. The other dude got so emotional. You know, he started making Pop-Tarts and shit while we was asking him. That nigga was
Hey,
tripping.
hold on. No, I got one question. Hey, this the funny part though, right? I wonder if we had some white motherfuckers on the panel and we asked them, would you rather come back as a straight black man or a gay white man? What would they say?
They gonna be straight black men without even
I think
questioning
you'd be
it,
surprised.
nigga.
They gonna say straight black man without questioning, bro.
It depends on which bracket you in, my nigga. For them, I don't know.
I think men walking on manhood though. Men gonna walk on manhood regardless, bro.
That's all I'm saying. Men gonna walk on manhood. If
Guess
somebody
what?
was to say they coming back gay, that's something that they not walking as a man. They want to,
Let me
you
tell
know,
you
and
something.
they get the all
No,
salute to
because
them.
look, because look, Bobby, no nigga gonna say, well, I'm coming back as a gay black man. But what they will say is, I ain't answering that question. That's a
There you
loaded
go.
question. That's a and to me,
Hey, I got. Hey, let me. Go ahead.
Not answering is an answer, nigga. That's what I think he was gonna say.
That nigga said that shit got bacon bits on it. Nigga, it's loaded.
Nah, what I gonna say is
right,
if
the
a person
bacon bits.
if a person gonna say come back as a gay person, they mean they got gay tendencies right now. Whoever say that shit.
Oh shit.
Well, the problem with the question is that it's what we would call an apologetic. People that's apologetic, they come up with questions like that. I mean, just for the record, Bob, I had to put you out.
It's not an apologetic question, bro.
No, but it's not an
question.
apologetic
Wait. No, wait a minute. And I'm glad that y'all trying to run from this question like that because the person who presented that question to me today is brilliant. It's a man, the ideology behind the question is to see what matters more, your manhood or your racehood.
And that's such a perfect ass
And
question.
those are the type of questions apologetics come up with.
Manhood for sure.
It ain't no apology.
Those are the questions.
Who am I
apologetics come up
apologizing
with.
to? Who am I apologizing to?
Well, it's a question like that is trying to someone who's trying to pacify the question
A
about
white man ain't
the problem
asking the
about
question,
race.
fam.
Right, it's not about race. Wait a minute.
Hold on. Wait.
Hold on, let Madonna finish.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Let him struggle his way on with this, y'all.
No, I'm not struggling at all. The reason why it's an apologetic type of question is because those are the type of question apologetic tend to ask because it pertains to the race problem in America and the sexuality problem in America, which we know most black men, well, I won't say most black men, but the majority of black men tend to be what they would call in the world homophobic or anti-gay, however they want to label it.
No, that's not true.
You know what I want to ask? You know what I want?
Not true.
That's not true.
I want to.
That's the problem right there. Actually, I would say that's the problem. Like I'm not anti. I ain't really against them. That ain't my lifestyle. Stay over there. But I don't want to bad happen.
Hold up, though. Wait a minute. We going somewhere that ain't that. No, stop. We don't want to talk about the LGBTQ community. I'm talking about this nigga Lex Vortex. He ain't off the hook. Let me read this title to y'all. This the shit I want to talk about. Lex Vortex says he's in a pro-black community. Well, I say, goddamn it, if I had to vote between who the nigga Taz is more real, I ain't trying to be messy and put them niggas against each other. I'm just saying he on some fake pro-black shit because this man shit is called Black First, and I don't think I ever saw one swirling video on that nigga channel, and he's cool with Cynthia G, which is crazy.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, you know me, bro. Even like my shit with you, it's I'm not for it. But like even when it comes to women, bro, I don't think we should be trying to control who people date. I have my understanding, I have my beliefs, I have my dislikes. But bro, niggas better step back and let people do what they doing, fam. I ain't in no position to tell nobody who to date. And that was something I had to. But Sanchez, that's something I had to check my cell phone after me and you did the Rumble shit. Because when we did that Rumble show, I was the opposition of you. But now, you know what I'm saying, years later, it came to pass like, bro, what the fuck I look like being in opposition to what this man doing? What type of shit is that? That's corny, bro. So I've grown in the 5 years I've been here to realize like, nah, bro, you don't tell people who they can choose. That's stupid.
But you know what? The setting of the Rumble was on that swirling shit. O'Shea did a lot of swirling type content. My thing is, if you want to hop in an intellectual debate, now that creates the atmosphere for you to be able to get your viewpoints out on that, which is a perfect setting. But it ain't like you just over on your channel invested on let me find the next coon and next swirl and make a video about.
No.
You know, you over there
Hell
on some knowledge type shit because you see what I'm saying? It's bigger shit we need to be pointing out. And the crazy shit, a nigga pointing out a swirler or have a bigger following than a nigga who want to teach you some shit or something. Like, then I don't understand because it's like, I already gave y'all the numbers. Less than at least 95% of all black folks is dating in. So, and I'm strict because it's really like 97% or something. So who would really focus on that little 2%?
And then see, I wanted to ask Taz because Taz really on some Black Power shit. I talked to Taz too. Salute to Taz. Taz gonna go back and say, "Nigga, do you know what happened in 19 such and such or 18 such and such?" Taz not finna go back and say, "Well, the problem is niggas fucking with white women." That seems like a nigga that need a platform, like one of his goddamn knees long.
You hear me say that, bro? I'm trolling. Cause you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you. I say that shit to troll and talk shit and have fun, but it's still to get to a conversation for real. You hear me say some shit like that, but it's to get to a conversation.
But look,
bro,
I'm gonna share some. But here's the thing: when I've heard you say shit like that, it's because some niggas who swirl will go and throw it up and exalt it above the fucking
exactly.
And shit.
Yes, absolutely. That's where it started. Because again, if it doesn't cross over into fuck you and fuck your daughter and your wife ugly, and if it don't cross over into that, it's just a conversation. But I do think the ones who push swirling, they try to push down, other black women and shit like that and shit on the community and whatnot. And that's what creates the negative aura around the conversation. And I've never seen Sanchez doing that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of that shit, I don't know what happened with you and Lex, but that nigga a bitch, bro. I ain't trying to get in y'all shit. That's a bitch ass nigga though, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, you ain't got to worry about putting me in it, because I'll tell you right off the top, it's a bitch ass nigga, bro.
Yep.
And then you know what, man? As far as people using that as a narrative, why should we use that as a narrative when there's other shit that we can go for? That's why I'm glad this question was posed, because it really sets the stage for how you feel about being black. You know what I mean? Like he tried to use the reverse psychology of, if you pick to be a white straight man, that mean that you really gay and shit. That's stupid as fuck. Like, that mean when you don't answer that question right, because you're supposed to be a man before anything, that mean you're having problems with your sexuality. So now I can't even take you calling out no gay man seriously, because you can't even answer a simple question like this, bro. Like,
you know what? I wish Chris wouldn't have left. I was gonna get intellectual and ask that man, do he think that having that conversation in the space is benefiting the people? That's a simple question.
That's a good one. How did it shift? How did it shift from growing up? You may get a couple of black women that get mad at swirling, and you get a lot of black women who didn't care. I used to hear that a lot. But how did it get to it? You know, jumped on the men. You know what I mean? The energy of niggas never cared us growing up. I don't know. Like I said, maybe it's where I'm from, but it'll be weird for a guy to come up to. I remember the first time I was in the mall and I heard a dude say something about one of my homies dating a white girl, and we got on his ass, bro. Like that was just weird. That was, I don't know.
Yeah, because
bruh.
Yeah.
That's a black woman problem. That's not a black man problem.
Y'all see what I'm saying?
Hey, y'all.
Problem, bro. That's a black woman
Key
problem.
North, but guess what's crazy? Not only is it a black woman problem, it's just a concern that the black woman got because she still focused on that 3%. Remember, it ain't but 3% of them. So
that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
But y'all gotta remember,
on the panel right now, man. All y'all real men. I can respect that.
But let's just be real though, fam. A lot of that shit is about fucking control, bro. That shit is about control. And if you're gonna let another motherfucker outside control you, so be it. But because again, I don't like it. I don't support it. I'm not cheering for people to go and be with another race. But fam, I ain't in control of shit. And I can respect your decision making if it don't. Oh, you got it. One second. Let me say this. As long as what you're doing has no adverse effect on me, I'm not supposed to be in your shit, bro.
Let me ask you something, Taz. Let me ask you something. Do you think it's a hypocrisy? I brought this up, right? When I remember when they was all on Kanye West nuts, and they was defending Kanye West, and I was dragging and roasting them. Not that I really hate Kanye West, nigga. I'm inspired by him as a producer. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a jerk. I just don't like idol worship, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'll fuck with you just to fuck with you. But my thing was like, when that was happening, motherfuckers was like, Sanchez, you know, you with an Asian woman, you dating out and shit. And I was like, wait a minute, y'all defending Kanye, he with Kim Kardashian. And they was like, but this man is doing something for his people and doing that. I'm like, oh, so you can swirl if I pay y'all the right amount and shit, or if I do this or do that. Y'all got rules to who can and can't. Now I'm like, okay, now this really some bullshit. Now, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, it's definitely rules.
Just along the same lines of the Kanye thing, though. Think about the fact that Kanye paid Nick Fuentes over 200 bands, and nobody cared until he said some shit on fucking platform, on Just Pearly Things platform. Now suddenly people care about him, but he got paid all last year by Kanye West. Nobody cared.
That's a fact.
Well, Taz, what I was gonna say is, you know, when it comes to us, it's deeper than just, oh, he got a white girl or she got a white guy. This goes back to the inception of this country, and we can't forget that. I think we're forgetting that. It always was a stigma. It always was a stigma in the black community when someone came back with a white girl on the elbow. It was a stigma, but over time, as time progressed,
in the white community.
But I'm just saying, as time progressed, you know, more
in the white community there was a stigma.
Right, and the black community.
Come get the smoke, man. No.
It never was one in the black community. It never was one in the black community.
No, it was socially. It was not only socially acceptable, it was looked at as an upgrade in the black community, nigga. You don't want this motherfucker smoke, bro.
Hold on. Yes, bro.
When Frederick Douglass married that white woman, that was considered a social upgrade.
Wait. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm gonna keep this shit real, bro. I'm a nigga who swirl, but I don't like to make that to be divided. I still like to work with. I don't think that's nothing. I believe I don't give a fuck who you dating. You part of the black people concern if you're a black man with black issues. But my thing is this. Yes, it's no doubt that people look at that shit as an upgrade if you ain't got no trailer park trashing you really got you like.
Well, no, but no, we talking about history though. That's why I said Frederick Douglass. We way back. You know what I'm saying? Because he took it to the plantation and coming off the plantation. Yeah. So yeah, I'm talking about way back when it was a social
people
upgrade.
saw him as a race traitor. But me personally, I don't have a problem.
Frederick Douglass.
Well, I would say, if I could say something to your
we
point.
always did that throughout the years. But my point is this: like, I don't care what you do, who you be with. But the point is this, though: there's always been an undertone or beneath the surface type of stigma or attitude or feelings or emotions towards when Black people stepped outside their
From
race.
whites. From whites.
But even in the Black community, like, you know, we had different moms and dads that they didn't approve of it, but because they love you, they accepted it a lot of times. But, and you know, and like a lot of
That's
us,
the
we don't have
later
that hate in
years,
our
though.
heart. But I'm just saying, a lot of us, and a lot of Black people don't have that type of hate in their heart towards it. But at the same time, just through by history, you know, that's why that stigma stuck there, and some people still
Can I
carry it.
ask
And
you
a lot
this,
of people,
Madon?
But I wanted, wait 1 second, because I wanted to ask Lex a question, but to Taz's point, I think it's true of what he's saying. I get what you're saying, Madon, but that's more of your mom kind of being like, if she can't use your comb, don't bring her home type of thing. But that I didn't see a lot of Black fathers really caring either which way.
Nah.
I mean, my mom didn't really care. It just depends. But a lot of stuff, it was a status because you're getting back at the white man by getting his daughter. So that's where I understand what Taz is saying. It was like a kind of getting back at them to be like, I can get your daughter. I can have sex with your daughter, and you would never want me to have sex with your daughter.
And but look, the same mentality behind it is this right here, right? Foreign things was always looked at as high status. Like if even today,
passport bros,
you know, right? Like Louis Vuitton shoe, Gucci. Like I know niggas that'll tell you like if it's hard to pronounce, I want that shit. If it's hard to pronounce and I ain't got enough and it's high price, so it's like that whole thing about. It balls over into the woman thing too, like hey, a foreign type boom woman like is looked at high because the way the Black man looked at it on a low, and there's no hate against the Black woman on some status shit. Is like, yo, every Black man know it's easy to get a Black woman because we grew up with them, we know our women, we know. So if it was just came down to some ego shit to see how hard your game is, niggas would say, look, go get on that white girl. I bet you won't go get on this Asian chick, this chick right here.
That's a fact.
Sanchez.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Sanchez? What's up?
Hey, what's up,
to add on to that,
Charlie in the
and to
house,
add
okay.
on to that, what's up with it, Charlie? And to add on to that, why is it that the product of the relationship, meaning the child, whether it's a Black man with an Asian or white or whatever, they still view the child as Black, even though they want to throw the identifier as mulatto on it. But then, as it's pertaining to society, they don't operate as a mulatto, meaning that they get dual benefits. It's just you get treated as a black child, right? So it's like, how can we have this conversation? Then what we saying? Bob Marley is a white man now because his father is a white man. Is like, are we saying Jason Kidd and Lonzo Ball?
Oh man, that mean
I'm gonna be honest,
was white.
and I want to say something that we really need to talk about. Is a foreign woman an upgrade? No, because check this out. When you're dating in America, I don't give a fuck if you got a Japanese, a Black woman, you still got an American woman. And for the most part, American women, we can throw in their own fucking umbrella of all colors and start we can start predicting their fucking behavior just in that broad umbrella. Let me build and go here, y'all. Check this out. A person that got like a Japanese American, Korean American, Italian American, you really ain't got a foreign woman. You still got an American. You know what I'm saying? So y'all, they really looking at it different. I don't think it's an upgrade. What we're saying is it's just a fucking person that they don't just date within their race. It's that simple. So they can end up with a woman of another race or a man of another race. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple.
Let me ask you
just a little jungle fever.
Let me ask you a question, Sanchez. You grew up in the South like me in Bama. But I went to school up north as well, and I saw this. I got to observe this. But you know how bad? Is it true? Is it true that mixed kid? Is it true that mixed kids get picked on a lot? You know, call them half breeds.
Exactly.
All these things. Is that true?
No, that's not true.
Is it not true?
That's not true.
Even growing up in the 80s, you grew up in the 80s and the 90s, if I'm not mistaken, Bobby. Now you
It ain't
know
no
damn
different
well
Yes,
all
than
the
nigga.
white.
getting
Hold
called
on, in the
nappy
hood,
headed
Bobby.
and all that
Hold
shit.
on, you know in
It's
the
all
hood
the
we be like,
same.
look at a half breed motherfucker, or they, you know, I mean, we had
I
these
ain't
type
never
of
heard no
talk.
shit like that. That might be what
What?
y'all
I
do.
mean,
Now,
Come on,
I
bro,
have,
stop the cap, bro. All right, bro, go ahead.
but Bobby, we
I
talking the
haven't.
roast shit. We talking roasting and
in a
shit though.
roast, okay, yeah, in a roast.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
Yeah,
it. Well, hold on, Taz. I'm talking about like on some for real, like
but no, we
vitriol. I
talking
done
about
heard it
Kids
on
roasting.
don't.
some
Taz knew
joking.
exactly what I
How
was
would
talking
kids
about.
have
Yeah,
that, bro? How would kids
yeah.
have that? You know what I'm saying? Kids don't talk or think like that, bro. Like they say that shit to hurt feelings, bro. They don't have a deep rooted concept of any of that.
Right. That's what I'm thinking. Like it ain't a deep thing. It's a roasting thing. So if you talking about
Right,
like
but
some deep,
even from that roasting goes to show you the type of consciousness that and type of
bro, listen.
psyche
No, bro.
that
It
That
goes to show
consciousness,
how
hold
yes,
fucking
on.
yes,
adults.
yes,
That's the
yes.
It
same
goes.
It plays into the
consciousness.
psyche.
Wait.
Yes,
But
it does.
Madonna,
No, bro.
that's
We
the
talking
Go
same
about
ahead.
that shit.
consciousness. Hold on, real quick, Taz. That same consciousness have two black kids with black parents saying your daddy is on crack and roasting
Right.
you off that. Right.
No doubt.
It ain't got nothing to do with that. They ain't looking at it like getting deep, like, oh, you gonna grow up as a crack child and destroy the community. No, it's just to hurt your feelings right there. I know this gonna hurt you. I know that
Right.
Now,
me
I'm not
calling
saying
you.
they won't
I know
cause
that me
problems,
calling you
but
a
the point,
half breed gonna hurt you. I know that me saying your teeth
because
crooked gonna hurt you. I know that
you
me
got
saying that
Bobby,
your
but
mama got
Bobby,
8
you
baby
got to.
daddies gonna hurt you. All of this is a part of
You
just
going, hey,
joning,
bro,
bro.
you moving the goalpost. But check this out.
No, it's
What I'm
not.
Not
saying is
really.
when
No, I'm
you
not.
look at that type of language, hold on, you got to study. Listen to me. You got to study the language and behavior and things like that. So this type of talk, even if it's what we call janking or joning or ripping or whatever people call it, or the dozen, that type of psyche and behavior and talk stems from something. And what it stems from, the relationships of
It
black
stem
people
from
and
the
white
black
people.
It
community
stems
playing
from a
around too
surface. You're
goddamn
right. It
much,
stems
nigga.
from surface level observation, bro. Nothing
Nah,
more
it
than that.
stems from the
It
Niggas
racial.
play
stems
too
from a child.
goddamn much,
It
It
nigga.
stems
stems
That's
from
from
the
a
what it
racial
is.
child's
problems
surface level
between black and
observation.
white people.
Hold
No, it
on.
stems from the racial problem that's been
No,
going
it
on in
don't.
the history of America. Yes, it
If
does.
that was true, then Bob Marley grew up like that, getting called a little half breed. He wouldn't have been able to come to motherfucking Crown Prince of Jamaica if that was true and
Hold
that
on.
shit was able to be carried on into
You know what,
adulthood.
bro? I'm gonna nip this shit in the bud right now because this is crazy. I'm gonna tell you what go on, bro. The fact that they don't stand on that shit 100% make it some bullshit because they
Yep.
get to pick and choose who get to date out, who don't, who which half breeds we gonna say black and who not, and it become like some court shit. You ain't standing on that shit 100%, so that mean it's faulty. It ain't nothing. That is like the shit biased. It's just, you know what I'm saying?
You got to do it to everybody or nobody, fam.
Yeah.
And that's real shit. It's got to be everybody or nobody. And let's face it. We do know the arguments are made until that pretty woman they interested in walk past, and then niggas start making excuses. Well, you know, the father, as long as the father is a black man, the baby black. And, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's so you can go fuck with white women, bro. That's the only reason you're saying that. And so because I saw a lot of that, bro, it made me take a step back from what I understood as pro-black. I can't fuck with that, bro. I'd rather you do whatever the hell you want to do and it don't matter than me try to look in and dictate, well, if the mom black, then that mean the baby white. But if the dad black, then that mean the baby black. I can't do that, bro. That's bullshit. Because I look at it like we all black. And if you're going to change shit around, it's got to be across the board. It's got to be either white parent. It can't just be the black father or the white father. And that's what I've heard in these spaces is if the father white, the baby white. If the father's black, the baby's black. It's like, nah, dog. That's not how that shit works.
You know what else you heard in these spaces, Taz? I don't know if you heard this or not, but black is a political status, and anybody can be pro-black if they got the plight of my people, and boom, 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 it's on some political shit.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, I've heard that shit. That was the Rachel Dolezal argument. You know what I'm saying? That was the Rachel Doe where you know what I'm saying, it's perfectly fine for, niggas to be fucking on her, put babies in her, and as long as she working on your behalf, you perfectly fine with her identifying as you. And again, I'm against a lot of that shit, but since I see so many people operating and rocking like that, I'm not gonna pretend like y'all ain't doing it. I'm gonna keep saying I'm against it, but I'm also identify you as being perfectly fine with it. So, that's why I get into a lot of rift with the pro-black community, because I ain't going for that shit. That's fake.
Didn't mean you, Ted, didn't mean you have a debate, something pertaining to this?
Yeah, nigga, you lost, nigga.
No, nigga, come on, bro.
mean?
Wait a minute, hold on. me and you had a debate, and I
Nigga, it
showed and
was
proved,
judged. You lost,
bro.
nigga.
Hold on, but I showed and proved within that debate how at one point period of time, and still to this day, in my opinion, white men had a fear of their race getting bred out, right? That was basically the underline of our debate, right?
I don't remember what it was called. I remember you lost.
But
I don't
that's
remember what it
beyond the
was.
point.
I just remember you another nigga that got
It
stacked
went.
on
I mean,
my
it was a
bodies,
close call.
nigga.
You
The
won
bodies
by
I put down in this
vote.
debate shit
You
on
won by one
YouTube,
vote.
nigga.
But the point I'm making is that I'm bringing that up to prove and show you how it's always been a problem within America. Well, they made it a problem. I put it like that. Of race mixing. Remember, it was a law against race mixing in a lot of states until a period of
I
time.
gotta stop
So
you
I'm not
briefly.
saying that.
Just
Go
briefly.
ahead, my bad.
Just real briefly, and y'all can have it. It's because there's a law against it. That mean it was a problem for who? I think. Oh, he was
white
absent.
men.
Okay.
No,
White
what I'm
men.
saying is that
It's a problem for white men.
created the problem in the psyche of all people. They made
No,
black
but
people scared.
that don't even make sense.
When they passed those yes, they did. When they passed those type of laws, what I'm saying is this: when they passed those type of laws, a lot of black people were scared if they kid brought a white girlfriend home, vice versa. So it was the society. Hold on, Taz. I'm gonna be real quick.
One drop
What I'm
rule
saying
laws,
is
bro.
it's the society that put the stigma in the minds of men and women. Well, go ahead.
But I'm asking, are you talking about the one drop rule laws?
No, I'm talking about when they passed different laws within this country for they was against intermixing.
Right, like
they
the
had
one
different
drop
laws because they didn't, white men feared, if you can see this in different writings where they said within certain years if we don't stop it, we as a race, a pure race or whatever they want to call it, wouldn't exist anymore. So all I'm saying is that it's a society that put
let me ask
the
you
stigma
something.
into the minds of both black people and white
Let
people.
me ask you something real quick. I swear, I just want to know this. You know, when the slave master was going up in the black slave, he was still passing law. These laws still exist against intermixing and all that. I'm just saying, like, all of these laws you saying about intermixing, that's why I was like, who was they against? Because I ain't gonna lie, now you got a lot of white men that was still raping black women even after slavery and shit. Even
and
that
they was
movie,
denying
look,
those kids, and they was
even that
denying those
movie, that
kids.
movie, A Time to Kill. I know that's just a movie, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying, Sanchez. And all I'm saying is that, in the slave masters and those white men, they denied those kids. We even saw that with Jefferson's or whoever kid came up with them some years ago. But all I was saying is that it was the society or the lawmakers who created the stigma of intermixing. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
And they made that,
what
and they
I'm
put
saying
that
is,
fear in people's minds.
on paper, though,
but a lot of people didn't agree with it.
Madon,
Go ahead.
What I'm asking you is, on paper, are you talking about the one drop rule? Because when you start talking about laws, either you're talking about miscegenation laws or you're talking about the laws of what the children are. What laws specifically?
Well, the law I'm talking about was intermixing. They had I think it was Alabama, a whole bunch of states had laws where blacks couldn't marry white and vice versa.
Right
that
now,
law.
okay. So my question would be, what's your point? Because here's my point. Let me give you my point first.
The point. Let me give you my point first. Let me give you my point first. Is that it was the government that created the fear within the minds of the people that it was a problem with having sex with another race.
Okay, and so wait. Let me respond, please, Sanchez, please. So I would argue that it's not the government. These are white men locally.
Yes, that's
because
what
there's not a federal law. There's not a federal law ever written that says what you're talking about, but we can find many local laws in many places. These are white men. These were never black men. So that's why I'm trying to make sure I understand your argument.
No, hold up. Madon, I know that ain't your point, but that's really where the conversation need to go and what the whole point is, though. Because hear me out now. If white man is the result of that law, that mean this was white guys trying to protect their fucking daughters and shit from
Absolutely.
Negroes and shit, bro.
Their identity.
Exactly.
But they were trying to protect their identity, is what I'm saying. My
Right, and
argument is
that's
they
what
were
I've been
trying to
saying the
protect
whole
their identity.
conversation. That's what I've been talking about.
Right. So, but that's them protecting their identity. What did black people do to protect their identity? Can you give me that argument?
That's the point he's missing.
What you mean? How black people did to protect that?
Well, because Madon, what we're
you mean
talking
having
about
sex
here.
with white women or white
No, what
white
we're
men?
talking about here is the ability to establish a mixed child as the race you want it to be. If white men said initially, "Hey, we ain't fucking with them. Y'all got it. They're black." What I'm asking you is, when did the time come where you can show me historically where black people said they ain't black before now?
Well, that's not my argument. My argument is who put that in the psyche.
Yeah, they should
my
be.
argument. No, it shouldn't, because my argument, because the conversation was about.
The psyche.
Hold on, because the topic. Hold on, I'm on topic because the topic is where people put their manhood, right? That's the topic. So my point was that it's the white people within America establishment that created that.
Yeah, because
type of
they was
rhetoric
the
within the
ones
minds of the
that
man.
was they was dick policing first, just to put it in those
Exactly.
words.
Right.
That's what.
Right. So
that's all I'm saying, Sanchez.
But Madonna, what I'm asking you is, if they throw all the babies onto the black side and say, "Hey, these are y'all babies," because you're making an argument that black people didn't want them. I'm asking you, can you substantiate?
No, that's not my
it?
argument. That's not my argument. My argument was that when it comes to black people only feared, like I said, back in the day, black men and some black women feared their child getting with a white person because they knew what a lot of local whites or whoever would do to them.
That
so that
just
created
proved the
the
whole
stigma.
point.
So that created the stigma. So my point, my argument was never that black people was against it. My argument was that
But
black
we was
people was
saying
made
look, we
to
was,
hate it.
To my understanding,
Made?
listening to this debate, your argument should have been though that they was against it. To my understanding, because listen, y'all.
That's what I thought he said. That's what I thought I heard.
No, I'm saying they was made to fear it. Black people were conditioned.
But made to fear how? And I'm gonna argue again. But Madon, that's what I'm saying. I'm arguing against that because I'm arguing black men were made to fear having sex with white women. But when were
Right,
white
that's
men?
what I'm saying.
When were white men made to fear having sex with black women? When was that time?
Answer that, bro. That's all.
They never was.
Right. So we're not even having an
Because
equal
they always
conversation.
saw black women as property. But
Well,
go ahead.
No, that's not.
Yeah, you that's a cop out. Listen, the point of the debate is, right, when he said ain't equal, you can't show where it was vice versa. When he flipped that shit around, you need an excuse. But the other way
No, I never
around,
said it was equal.
Yeah,
But
my
it
whole argument tonight is this, Sanchez. 'Cause I think y'all missing my point. My only point was bringing up was that it was a majority of these white people that created this stigma and passed it to black people. So all black people didn't accept it because we seen just like he brought up Frederick Douglass.
What's the stigma, Madon? They passed what stigma?
That it was taboo or against their morals or whatever they felt for a black man to be with a white woman or a black woman to be with a white man. That's what the stigma was
I'm
at one
asking you
point in this country.
again. Can you substantiate that with anything other than what you think or what you've heard?
Nigga, what? Are you serious?
Yes, that's how you debate, fam. You have to be able to substantiate the point you're making. You can't just be my mama told me.
We can pull up all type of lynching articles where they said a black man was accused of having sex with a white woman and across the board.
Can I weigh in on this debate real quick? I think everything you saying is supporting his argument for real, and I'll tell you why later.
Well, it can't be, because my argument is that people are worried, like the topic. The topic is men worried about what other men put their manhood. Yeah. So I'm saying the stigma of when people say, "Oh, you shouldn't date outside your race," and all this stems from the conditioning of the minds of black people, and not just black people, all people from the inception of America who painted this. But you had a few blacks that
You
step
said
outside
that
that said, fuck
stem
that.
from the mind of black people about
No, that stems from the minds of the majority
Madon,
of
I'm
white
arguing
people
that black people are
who painted a
indifferent.
narrative,
That
who painted a
historically black
narrative
people
that
have not
people shouldn't.
cared.
Say
Can
what?
you show me a time in history where black people proved they cared when people date out? Can you show me that?
Yo, that's why I was hoping the debate would go with Madon.
Yeah, because we can see where those kids were accepted in those families and raised as one of our own.
Huh?
Yes.
Okay, so again, you're making reference to white men lynching black men to keep them away from the women so they don't have these kids. I'm asking on the flip side of that, because you're saying the black community didn't necessarily move like that. And what I'm saying is the black community has never cared whether you bring a white kid in or not.
Yes,
That's
true.
That's
And
not
listen,
historically.
and that's why
Go
I
ahead,
keep
fam.
telling them that's some new internet shit today. I always tell them that's just only online. Ain't no real people out there, revolutionary out there, got time for penis patrol. That's my argument. Facts.
Right, and this me who didn't want to bring a mixed kid in, right? But this is also me telling you, if I would have, the black community wouldn't accept it no less, fam. Cut it out.
Bro, you know and I know, it was once upon a time in this country where if a white woman or a nigga was seen somewhere with a white woman, it was gonna be problems. Yes, time has brought about change.
Not just somewhere, but
they're talking about the other side. They're talking about the other side, not just white people carrying
here's the better point though, fam. You said somewhere, nigga, where? Because America's a big place, and not everywhere were you bound to get lynched if you were seen with a white woman. But that's not the history, fam. It was a motherfucker married to 14 different white women in 1903 when he died.
Well,
okay?
Like I said, you had exceptions. Like I told you before, you had exceptions in certain places.
Okay, there's a lot of exceptions, Madon.
Hold on,
there's a lot of exceptions in history.
Hold on. Before the most part is what I'm saying is this: there was a stigma that was placed in the atmosphere in America that we saw once upon a time. If you was white, or if you was black and you was caught with a white woman, your ass can be lynched or put in jail.
In Alabama,
At one point in time in this country,
somewhere like that, maybe, but bro, not in Chicago, like not in Detroit. It's not the same.
But let me ask him this though. Hold on. Let me ask him this.
We cannot. Go ahead.
Who was that black man gonna be lynched by?
More likely the white cops that caught him, or some rednecks
watch
or whoever.
This. Don't you know that's what we've been saying? The whole argument that the man who was caring about that was the white man. That was the man passed that law. That was the man who was making a big uproar about it. Taz was saying black people really like if a group of black folks saw you with a white woman back during Jim Crow times, they'll say, "Boy, you better be careful with that white girl." They wouldn't lynch you.
Right.
It's the white folks that
They wasn't
lynch
gonna
you.
fuck you up over that.
Right. I never said black people would lynch you. I said black people.
That's why you lose the argument, though.
No, I said no. The whole time I said black people would love you, but they would tell you like,
That's
man,
the
what you
point
doing?
that we making, Madon. You not listening,
Bro,
my
that's
nigga.
the point I've been making the whole time.
You didn't say black people would love you, bro.
Hold on, wait. Just listen to what I'm saying for 5 seconds. What he was saying was the argument itself is uneven because the same thing isn't happening on both sides. Both sides don't feel the same way. If you do something, the same action, the thing that white people will turn up on you for, black people won't give a fuck about. That's all they were saying, bro.
Bro, and that's what I've been saying the whole time. And all I said was it was the majority of racist white people who put that type of stigma in the air that blacks shouldn't be with white and white shouldn't be with black.
But the stigma being in the
argument the whole time.
But what I'm saying is the stigma being in the air ain't changed shit. It's a stigma for them. They don't want white women with black men, according to your argument. But I'm asking you, when have black men came together and said, leave them white women alone, we gonna put it in action like the Ku Klux Klan did? That's never happened.
That's all we was talking about.
Hey, the
we
way
have never
acting
had
now, they
that.
on the way though.
What I'm saying is this
man,
but Madon, not only have we never had that, but y'all do a lot of cap like that, like it's ever been that. It's never been that, bro. That's the only reason why I'm pushing back, because it needs to be recognized that Black America ain't never said, don't bring those people into our homes. That was white America.
I never said they did. That number was my argument. But I don't know where you get that from.
Because I don't know how you could make a different argument. I would think that your argument would be predicated upon whites and blacks doing the same shit, not blacks
No,
doing
it
one
wasn't
thing and
about
whites
whites
doing
and
another.
blacks doing the same shit.
It kind of was.
It wasn't
though,
about
if I
black and
can
white doing the same shit. My argument was that it was white people or white men who put the racist atmosphere in the air. That's it.
I don't really. Well, okay, we'll just move on. We'll just
All right,
move
bro.
on.
I wanted to ask everybody a question, and first with Alexis, because I was kind of told that I was less conscious because I would support someone in the consciousness community that would swirl or date out. So,
Yeah.
Lexi, do you think it adds anything like where we have more self-hate as Black women that we would? And then for the men, like, do you feel like if you found a girl that was just saying everything she was teaching and you resonated with her message, and then you found out that she was married to a non-Black man, would it take away how you feel about her after hearing that?
No, not at all, honestly.
Yeah, nah, I'd be cool with that. That is what it is. A sister is a sister, and a white dude is a white dude. It's a soul type of thing. If you with the tribe, you with the tribe, because you see this community is full of everybody from every walk of life. I feel like motherfuckers be over personalizing shit. It's like if what a motherfucker eat don't make you shit, you shouldn't be worried about it. Fed.
Shoot, I was in a situation before where, like, this white person, she helped me out with a living situation versus my own family, and they colored. You feel me? So it's like, yeah, when it really come to the color thing, I'm not big on it. But I do prefer chocolate. That's my preference for sure. But you know.
Yeah, same. It's
Right.
like
I totally agree. And I think we can still be pro-Black and pro for our people and still not think that color, it's all about color, because that would be the bottom of our concerns, really.
Would you agree that there's some limitations though?
Of being dating out?
Yeah, dating out and being pro-Black.
No, not really. It depends on the person. You can date out and be extremely pro-Black, and then you can date in and not be pro-Black.
Like,
okay, so let's not do the inverse.
I got
let's
a
just
question before we go any further
can I just,
that I think. Hold up, and hold your thought. I want you to answer this, Taz. All of y'all. What does it mean to be pro-Black? Let's get that out the way first. Let's get that.
okay, so quick. Yeah, so let's do that. So for me, it's just simply can we just have like a Black family, right? Because that's I'm if you're not creating a Black child with a Black person, I don't know how you're pro-Black. So, because you know what I'm saying, pro-Black should imply that you're moving on with Black people, and if you're not, I'm assuming you're not pro-Black.
Okay, so now let me ask you this question based on that. Don't you think? Because listen, when it comes to being pro-white, right? Yes, part of those rules is you got to be married to a white woman and date within the white race. But what I see among the Black guys, that it stops right there at, look, you get with you a Black woman, make a Black baby, even though we got a high divorce rate, dysfunctional families. So what my point is, not to shit on it, right? But I'm just trying to keep it real, the fact that, and salutes to all of the beautiful Black families out there. Only thing I'm saying is when it comes to that, I think that the idea of being pro-Black simply by creating a Black baby, ain't nothing wrong with that, but I do think that ain't a problem with Black people. We're creating a lot of Black children. We're producing fine. That Black household is fine. Now here's where I'm gonna get called a coon. I don't think we're creating quality families. We got quantity, but not quality. And then when I say about being, and then, you know, when it come to being pro-Black, then I don't think you can really count the mitts or mulatto or the, you know, then that's when we go to being like, I don't really think, you know, pro-Black.
But that's kind of my point, because if you dating out you're somewhat gonna have to count the product of that. Are we not? Because that's what that's what I'm willing to
saying.
acknowledge.
You're gonna have to acknowledge. It's how do you decide? Like we said earlier, Taz, when you get all the mixed folks within the pro-black conversation, sometimes they say, "Well, we fucking with this mixed kid, but nah, we ain't fucking with that one. Fuck that." And then they'll be even give them ultimatums and shit. Look, you gotta choose. You can't even be fucking with your white side of the family and shit. You know what I'm like?
Right.
That's crazy, little mama.
Right.
I'm just saying, that's crazy.
So for me, I would say when we talk about pro-black, we have to really just be talking about the progression of Black people, or even like if for someone that calls themselves Pan-African, they're supposed to be about the progression of African people. So I don't think you having a baby by someone else is really the top of that matter. If anything, we should be addressing different things like you guys need to own businesses to pass down to your children. You need more businesses so we can be hired and working for you. One thing I would say that is very contradictory of these men that pander to women in this way, to Black women, to say, oh, care about who the man is sleeping with. A lot of those men feel like Black women have sold them out by taking welfare, by working for the white man. But what is our alternative if you're so worried about who the next man is sleeping with, but you don't own a business that you can hire me at?
Well, I feel that, sister, and I was just gonna say this real fast.
Greetings.
When you look at the pro-black movement, like from its inception, from back in the day, we was always working with other races of people because we understood they had knowledge we couldn't obtain at some times, and just for having dialogue and getting knowledge and wisdom at the same time. So when you look at most pro-blacks over the course of time, we always networked it with white people, Asians, and whoever else. So, and we're still doing it to this day. It's just we got to use it as a come up, like everybody else do. Everybody else do it for a come up. So we got to do it for a come up, not saying as in usury, but just when the opportunity prevails and it's there, we got to take advantage of it sometimes.
Well, see, I use family as a basic because if you're not creating more Black families, right? I don't see how, because like I say, the entire and they again, like I don't fuck with that community, and that's why, because they've made this argument a legitimate conversation by allowing it to happen so much. If you're truly pro-Black, you shouldn't be dating out. You should be pro everything Black. Woman, wife, girlfriend, sex partners, everything is supposed to be Black.
But see, that's the thing.
But Taz, when you create a family, how is that family not Black?
Hold on, I gotta ask him something.
Because a white woman can't give birth to a Black person.
But I gotta ask you this. That's confused me because y'all will say pro-Black is a political status, then y'all will start making. Okay,
nah,
well then.
Not y'all.
But
you know,
all
I'm
right,
different, bro.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like a lot of them, bro.
Can a Black woman give birth to a black person?
Hold on. Before we ask that, and I'm gonna ask this and be through. Is it creating a Black family or a Black opportunity? Because look, you got a lot of Black families. We don't lack the creation of a Black family. We got so many people stacked on top of each other in these places, but it ain't enough opportunities, so it lead to what? The situations we see today, dog eat dog world, and that's by design, and they experimented on this. My thing is this, the people that run the world, they ain't got a bunch of damn families. They actually a minority. They like less than 1%, these rich folks at the top. So I'm not saying don't create Black families. I'm just saying it shows you the power of what a few small families can do when they focus. Because the people that run the world is just a few small families. But then we act like we got to have 1 trillion Black families before we can do something, and that leads to nigga just sitting around fucking all day, for real.
Right. That's Black love, right? And that's why, like I said, I'm not the person that uses the title pro-Black for this reason. I feel like it's not defined. That's why, a white person can be pro-Black, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's just the reality of the term itself. An Asian person can be pro-Black. Any fucking body can be pro-Black. So the term itself is flawed in terms of keeping people out or gatekeeping. I'm completely aware of that. I'm
And
only
that should
making
be
the
our
argument because it was asked that way to me. But that's why I reject the term.
but
Okay,
that
but
should
I
be our
do
least
have
of
a
worries.
question
Our
to
least
you
of
guys.
worries. I was gonna say this real quick, sis. You can get it. Our least of worries should be about us intermixing with other people, because if we look at the hip hop videos, right, and we see that women are pretty much got a hand control on it to a degree. So, and teenage pregnancy is high. So we shouldn't have to worry. We ain't worried about that because we know, you know what I'm saying, our kids gonna definitely be making more black babies. So to me, should be our least of worries.
Sure.
Yeah, so I was
He
gonna
was finna say
ask
Oh,
you,
something.
no,
is it
no. What's
still
going
a
on?
confusing
Are we here? No.
Yeah, well, it's just dark, right?
Oh.
We're here. See?
Hello, everybody. We're just chiming in. We're,
Hi.
What's
you know,
good, Charlie? What's
messing
good?
around the whole thing.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Say something.
Hi, everyone. Hey.
What up?
Charlie
Oh, yeah,
you got
everything.
it.
But you guys got it. You guys got it. We're listening.
Hey, Sanchez,
Yeah.
the flipper
So like,
slapper FBI.
I sort of like you know them.
Huh?
Hey, guess what though? I'm gonna tell y'all some real shit, man. What's the? Oh yeah, Let's Vortex. We know you listening, dog. Why are you scared to come click the link and all that and outside the cube and all them niggas? I'ma tell you, some brother said it earlier. We said it. Dick policing is a black woman's job. And guess I gotta clap it up for black women because they abandoned that duty years ago. There's a few arms still left. And
Hey, that's
if
right, bro.
you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, black women don't even do that no more for real, for real.
Ain't no black man job. If you a black man is sleeping with white women, bro, you out of line. A black woman's supposed to be doing that. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? Why you speaking for black women when they got their own boys? Black
Like get out of
women ain't
Cynthia,
said
get
that.
up
You
out of
niggas saying
Cynthia.
that.
Them niggas all in Cynthia G lane, man. Let her have something, damn.
Damn, bro, come on. Let us conversate with our black women about that so it'll be more genuine, bro. Like, you worried about where my dick go, bro? That's like some bullshit. Straight up, bro.
Who you talking to?
That shit funny, ain't it, man? Cause
Talking about
You're not
just
talking to
no, I'm
anybody, are
just
you?
no,
saying.
we're talking about. Remember that?
No,
Hey, no,
I'm not
this
talking
was
to
based
anybody.
on Lex.
No, I am talking
I'm
to
just
somebody. I'm talking about like the shit Lex was talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As
I
far
didn't.
as
Yeah, I
you
didn't hear
said, I
it.
mean,
I
you
didn't
answered
hear
the
it, bro.
question.
I wish I
That
didn't
nigga
hear it.
was over there going in with Dulcinea on the call, and she was cornering that nigga and shit.
Well,
I
But,
hear
Yes,
it.
and
the
that's
reason
kind of what
why.
I wanted to ask you too, of just being like, okay, so you have a child. I know you're black first, so you would have a black woman, but just hypothetically, if you ever fell in love with another race of woman, once you give those children the black culture, they know who they are because you're teaching them who they are. And I get they're black and another race, but how does being black and white take away from them being black?
How does it take away
Because I
from it?
think a lot of times,
Yeah.
Okay,
what
so
happens, it makes you
wow.
it makes you stagnant sometimes. But go ahead, Tad, my bad.
Yeah, I appreciate you allowing me to answer the question she asked me. But no, I don't know. For me, it's more so when it comes to a cultural experience. If you're doing a shared cultural experience, it's obviously going to make you less both. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, if you want to look at it like they're experiencing the best of, excuse me, if you want to make it seem like they're experiencing the best of both worlds, that's fine. But my conclusion would be that they would be less cultural, white and black, because the intermixing of the cultures diminishes both. That would be my understanding.
Let me answer this. Let me explain that. A person that's born in a black family and white family, they literally getting the best of both worlds. When they go and kick it with their black family, the white side of them don't make them experience their black side any less.
That's not what I've heard, though.
Hold on. Let me look up. We ain't interrupt you. This is a good bill. If I'm wrong, it ain't about being wrong or right. I just like the conversation. But anyway, what I'm saying is, in my opinion, if you don't mind, I think that a mixed person actually is given an advantage that we don't got, because when they go see their black family, they can have an experience through the black part of them and as a white man. And when they go see their white family, they can have an experience between the white family as a black man too, and flip that shit on and off. They're kind of like a hybrid. That's kind of like a freak of nature, like real talk. And they can actually tap into both sides because it's in their DNA. So it ain't that they lacking nothing. It's that they blessed with them both. Like you said, the best of both worlds. The crazy thing about it, I know a lot of mixed kids that can switch on either or, because they actually love their black family, they love their white family, and they when it's you know what I'm saying, and they end up this unique person that just know how to cater to both. Now, what I would say about this is this: it puts them in a situation that the average human ain't got, because we're behind racial barriers, and then when we let the media get involved, they just fuel the divide and conquer. But what I would say is a person that's mixed is in a very peculiar situation, because they get to go actually be on both sides. How many of us get to do that? I'm a black man. I never got to be in some white people's house eavesdropping on what's going on in white affairs and all that through a white family. The mixed kid, and this is why neither side really trusts him, but that ain't that. Who cares about that, nigga? We don't even trust each other for real, and whether you black, white,
Well,
and all these families.
fair
But hold
amount.
on, let me go. Let me see. My thing is this: the rich kid, excuse me, the mixed kid got access to both sides, which is why people say, is he an infiltrator? Let's make him choose a side. And that's a very peculiar situation, which is why other countries would try to make their people come to America to get sent citizenships to be spies and stuff. It's a peculiar position. You get to be at both sides, but that's all I'm saying.
But my argument would be the distrust that you're speaking of is what makes it what gives them the inability to be less cultural. And I'm saying it because I would agree that even internally people don't respect one another. You can have two black parents, people don't give a fuck. So I mean, I get what you're saying is what makes the difference. If you got a white parent, my boy don't give a fuck. You got two black parents. I understand that. But according to what she asked, I'm just simply saying, if you have this mixture, something's not going to be there because, for example, with me, I'm black. I don't have that other experience you're talking about, and I don't look at that as a better world. I look at that as an
it's a peculiar position. I said peculiar position that I get to see both sides, but you don't. I don't, Taz. You don't.
But see, I don't want to either, though.
But that ain't about or won't. I'm just saying it's a peculiar.
But it would have to be
hold on. Let me just say this. Why I say
because the mixed person is proud of who they are, bruh.
No, hold on. I want you saying what I'm talking. If we're speaking from a militant perspective, because when you bring up trust, that's saying, wait a minute, man. You be going over there with your white family. How we know when you coming back?
Well, no,
to
you
your
mentioned
black
trust. I didn't. You
Hold
brought
on,
it up.
but
Bro.
you doubled down on it and said, well, it becomes an issue of trust now because you missed, because it say the distrust is what makes you less cultural. That was your words, and I just wanted to speak on that. So my thing about that is, I don't trust Eminem, but he's still part of hip hop culture, which is black culture. There's a lot of that goes back to what we agreed with earlier, Taz, how these black folks will let certain white folks part of the culture for their own reasons and bend and twist the rules on who can be part of it or not. Now, I don't think it's a trust issue that make you part of black culture or not, because people who part of black culture can barely trust each other, which is why I say I don't trust Eminem, but niggas consider him in the top 5 in black culture. I don't trust goddamn Trump, and Bill Clinton, but a lot of black folks, especially conservatives, will tell you, man, they for black people and all that. I don't really think it boils down to trust for real if we really want to talk about it. I don't even think the conversation of trust come up enough, but what I'll say to your advantage though is it should though, if they want to be real like what you being though.
Yeah, but that's what I say. That's why I ain't pro-black though, because like I said, some of that shit is allowed. There's a window open for the like even what she's talking about. I'm saying that's what they allow in the pro-black community. They don't have a stance on that. There's no adamant stance that says, well, wait, fam, if you're not with a black woman, how are you pro-black? You know what I'm saying? That should be there should be it should be damn near Ku Klux Klan standards. How you doing all this black shit, but then you not with somebody black? You can't hold other
Now
people
let
to
me
a
ask you a
standard
quick
you're
question.
not living up to.
Now, are you aware of the boule? Yes or no? And I'm gonna ask you another question.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you think about a black family where you got a black man with a black woman raising generation of black people, but they in the bed with the white man to lead the black race astray, which is, rest in peace, Steve Coakley. And there are, we got that all over the place too, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What do you think
I
about
mean,
that then?
I mean, it's just as bad. You know what I'm saying? I would say it's still not pro-black. That like a pro-black person shouldn't be in bed with white people working against black people. That's not pro-black.
Let me ask
It
you a
shouldn't
question.
be. Wait. Let me say this though,
Okay,
Sanchez.
okay.
It shouldn't be pro-black. But I can also, on the flip side, argue how the pro-black community celebrates that and is cool with that. In some ways, that is who drives the pro-black community.
Who drives it?
The boule.
Yeah. They do, and my thing is the boule want the black race to be concerned with swirling. When you agree with me, that's only 3%, because the boule know that if y'all worry about that 3% of niggas that's skeeting on Becky face, you ain't got to worry about this whole cabal of black men that's leading your ass to hell, and they sleeping with black women every night though. They get a pass just because they dick doing what you wanted to do. And that was my point. Like, if you obey my dick commandments, you can sail the black race astray. But if you swirling, even though that don't make or break black people, we gonna zoom in on you. That's what I was
That's
saying.
wrong. Yeah, that's
Hey,
wrong.
bro, can you go into the deep shit with this dick shit, man? Because we got all these pharaohs and shit with all these erections and shit, man, and I feel like that's the path of the people, the penis. You understand?
Can I make a quick comment?
Yeah,
I don't know what that man. That boy said a lot. That boy did a tongue twister there. I wanted to say pause, my
chill him,
nigga. That
man.
nigga.
Chill him, Bobby.
Like the old folks say, he reached way back there.
You can't let that penis go over your head because it's gonna be a shower head, man. You're gonna get peed
wait
on.
a minute. What are we doing right now? What the fuck?
What?
Come on with it.
Nah, fam. That didn't sound right,
What
bro.
they got to do with the topic, for real.
Once a nigga say we gotta go deep with the dick shit, that's what Bobby mute his mic. Y'all got
it. Man. Yeah, I'm about to hit the lead button.
Sanchez, what? Hey,
double
Tag,
down
I
is
don't know
what got me.
I don't know what we need to break down with
Yeah,
that.
I want to come to a conclusion that I'm against whatever you got going on with that though, fam. Like, you know what I'm saying? Long as it's because I get why you would mute Bobby, but I ain't muting. I want to know what the fuck that nigga meant, bro. What the fuck going on here,
by
bro?
that because it's a whole ideology behind that shit, bro. With the whole getting on the knees shit, man.
The phallus worship, and
phallus
how
worship.
cigarette.
That's right.
I mean,
Yeah,
cigarettes, cigars, all these
that's
things
what I'm
are
hearing
shaped
right
like phalluses. So, that's what he's saying.
So let me ask
So we're in a
y'all something, right?
sexualized world.
No.
I
gotta talk about this damn title because I don't know where we going. This brother said, "Is it okay for black leadership to swirl and be coddled?" So what he put on there was "and be coddled." He's saying, well, if you gonna swirl, we just can't let you do it peacefully. We gotta make videos every day talking about, look at this swirler. You know what I'm saying?
Black leadership. But wait, bro, when did Sanchez become black leadership?
Thank you.
Come
I ain't
on,
even
bro.
peeped that.
You my nigga, bro. Like, I ain't even finna let him lace you up like that, bro. Like, nah, bro. Like, hell no. Especially not because look, black leadership, they want to determine what that's supposed to look like. if you gonna let me be black leadership, shut your bitch ass up and follow, nigga, as I lead. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know what I mean? Like, don't title me black leadership, niggas. If you do, you better be ready to shut the fuck up and let me lead.
Yeah.
But I think what he was saying it like we should boycott, especially like black women. Like it should be something we're boycotting. Like you can't lead us, you can't teach us because you're not sleeping with a black woman at the end of the night. But to me, that won't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And I get a lot of what you're saying, Taz. There's conflicts, but I see a lot of mixed people that know more about the culture. Like my niece is mixed and she knows more than her black boyfriend about the culture because the family she comes from taught her the culture. So more
Yeah,
so
and there's a
knowing the
desire
culture is your
to.
family.
There's more of a desire. I wouldn't. I
it's a
wouldn't.
whole. Hey, can I say this?
But
It's
look,
a
I wouldn't even
whole
disagree with you.
Pan-African Jamaican culture built off of
I wouldn't
Bob
disagree at
Marley,
all.
who's a mixed man, and I'm not saying like his mixed thing heritage got anything to do with his message. I'm saying that it's literally a nation full of dark-skinned niggas, black as the motherfucking soil, and the one they worship is the mixed one. So all I'm saying is that over there they don't even like they going off the energy of a person. They don't even mention Bob Marley got a white British soldier dad who was a straight racist. His father wasn't even on no cool shit.
Hey, it's not even just Bob Marley, bro. It's when it comes to
I
Jesus.
don't even want to disrespect your bands like that, bro. But I don't fuck with dude.
Because even when they come to Jesus, bro,
Wait
they
a
say
minute. Wait,
Jesus
let me
was
hold on.
Mediterranean.
Let me holler at
But
him.
what the
You
sister
don't
saying,
hold on, damn, madam, hold on. Hey, so you don't fuck with Bob Marley?
No. And
Why
it ain't
not?
because I don't fuck with the music. I don't fuck with the music
Oh,
at all.
okay, it's just a
Okay,
musical
I rock with
preference.
that.
Cool,
Yeah,
that's cool. That's a musical
yeah,
preference.
ain't nothing wrong with that,
I
Taz.
found out about that mix shit when, you know what I'm saying, by the time I got on the internet and, you know what I'm saying, I'm 30-some years old. Like, it ain't,
Right.
I ain't know nothing
I
about
ain't
that.
gonna lie, I like that nigga music though. I ain't gonna
I don't do the reggae, bro. So that, you know what I'm saying, it ain't just him. Anybody in that genre, you know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with it like that.
Well, I'm more
Now
of a sizzle type of person.
Hold on. Can you name let me hold on? Let me get the mic for just 2-3 minutes. Let me holler at the man for a minute. Name to me your top 5 rappers. I'm gonna go somewhere with this though, Taz. I'm gonna go somewhere with this.
Top 5 rappers as far as what, bro?
Give me top 3. Don't matter. If I was to say, man, and what you bumping right now? Top 3, what you bumping at this moment?
I still listen to Pac, Face, and Q. That'd be my top 3.
Okay, cool. You didn't really give me nothing that I can go with smoke with. I thought you probably know where I was finna go with your ass. You good.
No,
You
but
got
that would be. But Sanchez, that's my top 3 for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had good music to listen to, so I didn't fall into the reggae shit, which I listen to more of it as a beat because I don't understand the language. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and I ain't trying to. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Like, but you know what I'm saying? I don't sit up here and say people who listen to that is this and that or none. You know what I'm saying? I listen to what I listen to. You listen to your shit. Like, it's definitely black culture. It's black music. So I just don't listen to that genre.
well, hey, can I say this to the sister real quick? The reason why I think Lex said that, sister, is because we live in a world where image is everything. You know, like when Obama, Michelle, and the kids was up there, black people looked at that, had the potential to build more black families in our image and our likeness. So I think when Lex say that, he's just saying, in my opinion, image is everything. And it's the best image for our kids to see is a strong black family, which is a black woman and a black man. And I think that's what he's saying.
Okay, so let me show you something, right? So when you see a black woman with a black man, we just talked about the boule. Now you got a whole deaf culture of music out there that's promoting a real toxic culture among the young folks, right? We know that from syrup culture, pill culture. We can go deep into how the murder culture, gang culture going, and that we know these folks want us to self-destruct. Now look, what I will say is this. Most of these rappers, they ain't with a white woman. They are promoted on a video. T.I. with a black woman. All of these rappers that's talking the bullshit. For the most part, they'll be with a black woman. I'm think with the point going over your head. I don't think that any kind of revolutionary or pro-black dude got any time to give his opinion about how he feel, what sexual choice he think a man should make. Because guess what? You don't see no other race of men do it, which goes back to my point. When the white man took over the shit and won the war against us, he was fucking the black woman all along the way. And it
Hey,
didn't
Sanchez,
stop.
let me ask you a question
Hold
before you go
on,
any
but
further.
you-
Because this is
you-
important, bro. I wouldn't even cut you off if it ain't
Let me
important. But this
okay.
is a very important question. It just hit me, bro. Very important. So, do you think that applies then if we not talking about women?
What
Because
do
see,
you mean?
like because men are making some other choices these days, bro. You know what I'm saying? Men are choosing, let's say, to not be with women,
Okay.
right? So do you apply the same logic there, or is it okay to call some of that out?
What specific logic?
The logic of let people be in their relationships.
Because let me tell you something real quick about that, man. I don't think it's the same. You should put them in the same breath because you're talking about heterosexual men versus homosexual men. And when you say heterosexual versus homosexual, those are polarities. Those are opposites.
No doubt.
Hold
No
on.
doubt.
So my thing is, if a black man say I'm a swirler, that mean listen, when I swirl my ice cream, I get vanilla and chocolate. I get them both. If he choose to come in there with both of them on his arm, you can't compare him to no damn gay man. That man, he love women so much that he love
It's not a
women.
comparison.
Hold on.
It's just a question,
Hold
fam.
on. Hold on.
Not a
Hold on.
comparison.
Hold on. Wait. Let me build on it. That the reason I'm not gonna answer that question. Well, I'm gonna answer the question. I'm gonna say, yeah, you should tell a man who when it comes to the LGBTQ community, that's targeting the children and all that. Like that's why I say
No
you can't,
doubt. I
you
just
can't.
wanted to make it.
Hold on.
Just want to make it clear, bro.
Right. So
It wasn't clear. It's
hold
clear
on.
now, bro.
My thing is this right here. You talk about unnatural behavior versus natural behavior. A dude that's having sex with a white woman is still engaged in heterosexual alpha male natural behavior, whether you like the color of the woman or not. He's still a straight man. To put him in
I
the
agree.
box with the gay man is something that's messed up to me.
Yeah, we ain't putting him in the box though. That's what I say. I agree
Okay,
with
my
you.
bad.
I just want, I just want to check your pulse, my nigga. I ain't putting him in the box at all. No, absolutely not. In fact, I want to make sure he ain't in the box. I want to make sure you ain't putting him in the box, nigga. Shit.
I got you. Hey, that's
Hey,
what's
brother
up.
Sanchez, let me make this quick comment. As a matter of fact, what I gotta say, it kind of opposes what Taz said, cause what Taz saying is kind of double speak, and I'm gonna explain exactly what I'm talking about. He just made the comment as far as if you are mixed breed, as far as being pro-black and all that, it should be it's deemed as a negative, but at the same time, he said that you can be white and be pro-black. Even if you white and being pro-black, being raised up, that don't mean that you had any experiences or even being taught any understanding as far as the black culture. But once you get of age and you being pro-black mean you are being either in some type of organization that's going to benefit black people, or you in the position where you can be a positive for the black culture, then you're pro-black. But at the same time, that don't mean that you was raised pro-black. And even with the mixed culture or the half-breeds or whatever you want to call them, it no matter how they was raised up, even if they was raised up being half black and it was being raised up as far as white, or even if it was the opposite, as far as once you get in a position where you can be able to be a positive or progression in black culture, then that would ultimately
Where
make
did I
you
engage in
pro-black.
double speak, bro? You rambling now. Where did I engage in double speak?
Because you made the comment as far as how mixed breed kids
even if they was mixed breed and they was raised white, that's a negative. But at the same time, you said that
I said that was the
you
negative.
can wait, hold on, let me finish talking. But at the same time, you
didn't
said
say
that
that,
you can
bruh.
be
That's
you
not what
can
I
be
said.
totally white. Yeah, you said you can be totally white and still be pro-black. But even if you totally white
Right,
and
contextually, yes,
pro-black,
according to the
that don't
word.
mean that you was raised as far
You
as
gotta understand me,
having
bro.
any understanding as far as black culture. It depends on, are you going to be a plus in the black culture community, or if you're not, no matter how you was raised.
Yeah,
That's
so
why I would say
don't
it's double speed.
Okay, so I don't
Now,
think you understood what I was saying,
if
bro.
you saying that I'm lying, the only thing everybody got to do is rewind and listen.
Okay, I'm not saying you lying, but I just need the mic, bro, so we can deal with your lack of intellect. So here's my issue. So I don't get where you're confused at. What I'm telling you is
I'm not
person.
the one
Hey,
that's
fam,
confused.
slow down,
What I
fam.
was bringing up.
I just listened to you barely get that shit out twice.
I'm not
So
confused.
listen, bro, I got
think
you.
I just explained how I'm not confused.
Okay,
I just
okay, bro.
explained how you was the one that was
my
confused.
fucking
Go
God.
ahead.
Bam. Okay, so again, so when it comes to the argument I'm making about a white person being pro-black, when we look at what white people are doing in terms of supporting black causes, the definition of just simply being pro-black is not race-based. The word pro, if we're just talking about being pro,
I never
black
once said that. Either example that I gave was race-based. But go ahead.
Well, what we're talking about is being pro-black. So if I'm,
and I explained that. Go ahead.
Right. So if I'm saying pro-black is just simply about being black, this, black, that. Once you include something white, you're no longer talking what pro-black.
Pro-black just mean black. Cause I mean, from the understanding that everybody should have pro-black, meaning that you are doing something positive for the black community or culture. I mean, anything outside of that, would strike.
That would be your determination, bro.
Strike down your understanding of saying, well, you got whites.
Well, I watch y'all define pro-black the way y'all want to, fam. That's the issue.
But I'm saying, wait.
Like you see, I'm not even the one talking. You are, because you don't even know my stance.
You was the one that said you can be totally white and be pro-black. How could you be totally white and be pro-black if you're not in some type of
because it's white people that do more for black people than some black people do. They're more willing to do things to progress the black race than some black people are.
Okay, that's exactly what I said. So
that's just the fact of the matter.
I know that's the fact of the matter. That's exactly what I said.
Right.
But
so it's completely plausible for a white person to be pro-black.
Okay. So with that said, go ahead and make how that make any sense of the two arguments that I said and everybody heard you explain.
I'm doubling down. I'm doubling down on the fact that
understand what I'm saying.
I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about, fam. I'm doubling down on the fact that white people can be pro-black.
I'm gonna break it down since you don't understand what I'm saying.
I'm doubling down on it.
Hold on.
You hear me?
Hold on.
Since you don't understand what I'm saying, I'm
doubling down on it, my nigga. You need me to triple it down on it because it's not gonna be nice for the third.
Yeah, you
time.
go run in you go run in a circle, Chief. Just say it plain. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Chief, but you're saying it kind of in a circle. Hold on real quick, brother. Taz, basically what he's saying, and I don't want to step on you, brother, and you can get it right back after I'm done, is that once you say that it can be some white people that's, pro-black, then it kind of voids the point that if a black person has a child with a white person that, they're then against some type of pro-black.
Contextually speaking, fam, I'm not pro-black.
Sanchez there you go, Taz. There you go. That answered the question right there.
That answered the question.
See how quick we got to the end of that, Chief. That's all I was saying. Taz keeping it real. He keeping it real with you right now. You just gotta, don't mix. Yeah, I know he understand, but as I was listening to you answer the question, I see where his frustration was coming from because it was kind of rambling.
Let me tell y'all some real shit, bro. Hold up. Taz said earlier, he'll be a white straight man, and he still feel like from that perspective, he can still help black people as a white straight man. So if he feel like he can still help black people as a white straight man, I don't think black people should even question mixed people at all. Because if you feel like a all white man can help black people, then a mixed white man with a black race can, right?
My
Thank you,
granddaughter
brother
mixed,
Sanchez.
fam. My
Yeah, I'm with
granddaughter's
you.
mixed though. So
That's what's
don't
up.
confuse my debating a topic with me being anti something. I think too many people be having their hearts in the wrong place, fam. I'm just having a good faith discussion with you.
Yeah.
My
Hey,
granddaughter
thank you,
is
Cass.
mixed, bro. And that there's no
Thank you,
question
Cass.
of what she means to me. I don't give a fuck what race you label her, nigga.
Yeah, facts.
And I wanted to add, because I wanted to go back to Madon's representation fact and really talk about this, even to Taz's point, is if we're focusing just on the surface level, like, oh, this is, let's address the 3 to 5% of people that date out, and we're not actually going into the quality of family representation. We had representation in Hollywood before, but we were just prostitutes, hoes, crazy people. We were the pimps, the drug dealers. So representation doesn't all mean anything unless it's positive. So that's why Obama and Michelle meant so much. It wasn't just a black family, it was a black family that were over the United States of America as the president, first lady. So we should be focusing on quality before we get into the point of how many people are sleeping with the same black people or having black families. If there's not a bunch of quality black families, how should that be our first objective?
See, nobody want to grab the mic behind that. But listen,
Yeah.
salutes to that. Hey, check this out, right? This is what I want to say right here, man. I think it's a contradiction personally, and I'm not. Somebody in the chat room said Sanchez something. You make it look like you feel guilty for being with an Asian woman or something. But here's the thing. I've been my shit is all over social media. I'm that's why niggas critiquing my life. I don't know who they sleeping with.
Sanchez,
So
can
hold on one thing real quick, right? To that,
yeah.
right? A dude that's constantly chasing down swirlers who said he only interested in black women and non-swirlers would be like a straight man constantly chasing down gay men. After a while, you'll say, do you want you a white woman, man? Damn. Do you want you a goddamn, do you want to be like gay, bro? Like, leave them gay folks alone, man. Like, is your child gay or something? Like, what the fuck? I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying, I think that you got a better chance of convincing swirlers and gay folks that the government want to kill all of us regardless of who we fucking before you try to get control over everybody's sexual choice. That's impossible.
Sanchez, can I say this, man? A lot of
Wait,
people
you said that to me,
use
bro?
that shit.
No, I ain't talking about you, Ted. I'm just speaking.
Oh, my
to
bad.
you.
Nah, I had
it's
walked
nobody.
away for a second.
No,
I'm
no.
finna get up out of here. I'm finna say, wait, nah, bro.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
about
nah,
to get
I
ready
ain't,
to get out
I
of
ain't
here
know
in a
that,
few
fam.
too.
I ain't know no shit like that, bro.
I want to say this, man. Hey, could guys start making it known that they just have hate for Sanchez before they say some shit, before we make this a topic in the community? Because that's
I
what a
like the
lot of
topic because
niggas got.
it allowed me to like joke around, point out how niggas be tripping on. It's funny to me. I ain't gonna lie. I troll with it. I get to hit my police siren buns and shit like that and shit. You know, I just be fucking with
Please
it.
hit the police siren one more time, man. That shit.
You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, you gotta hit that bitch. They in full patrol. Swirlers do not go out tonight. They got the speed gun out. No, not the speed gun, the swirl gun. So even if you got dark tint, they know if Becky in that bitch, they got a gun that'll let them know. So yeah.
Hey, I like the topic too, man, because it bring these type of topics where we can have that's just not really on the deep shit that we could talk about, man, that you could be profound about, and it bring this shit to the channel and the community. And we can have normal conversations what people have on their mind, man, what people thinking and shit. And man, shout out to Sanchez, shout out to the panel, man. All the men here for being men and standing on the shit they stand on, and even being asked that hard question. Bobby, man, I want to say that was a profound question, man. Because it really solidified the thing between race and sexuality. So, man, salutes to y'all, man. Much love and respect. Peace and power. Black motherfucking power, man. Promo 2023, man. All year round. Salute.
Hey, salutes, my nigga. Make sure y'all sub up the keynote. Make sure y'all sub up the Unscrambled Minds, man. Important conversation with Dulcinea, man. Salutes to all of y'all. And check this out, right? I'm gonna get up out of here, but I do got a lot of things coming up, guys. I will be on the Sister Doe Eyes TV on July 22nd. So check me out over there. And then I got a debate coming up on the 29th, everybody, against Craig from Fight the Flat Earth. So check me out. Get your tickets. They pinned to the top of the chat. Check the video description area for everything y'all need. Let me say once again, thank you to my panelists. I'm going to get the hell up out of here, but I'm going to see y'all this weekend or whatever. Peace and much love. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, flat
Much
motherfucking
love,
power.
Sanchez.
Peace out. Peace out.
Peace out.
Yeah.
Thank y'all so much for y'all time. Peace and love.